Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Richard. This is over and over and over again. This season Matchday Live. It is, of course, the Arsenal women are facing Everton at the Emirates Stadium in a must-win game. It's going to be good, and it's all going to be coming up the other side of this. So it is Arsenal women versus Everton from the Emirates Stadium, of course, in the WSL Matchday 3. Now, we've got your team news for you, and it is quite interesting. So here we go. So this is our Arsenal lineup, and in goal it is Daphne Van Domselaar again. The back four, Emily Fox, Lotta Wubben-Moy, Leah Cadena, and Katie McCabe. So no changes there. In midfield, captain Kim Little, Kyra Cooney-Cross, and Frida Marnham. And the front three is Beth Mead, Leslie Russo, and Mariona Caldente. So a very, very strong starting lineup. And on the bench for Arsenal this afternoon, goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger, Leah Williamson's back, Steph Catley's back, Katie Reid, Leah Volti, Katarina Kuhl, Rosa Kafaji, Caitlin Ford, and Stina Black-Stenius. For Everton, then this is how they line up. In goal, it is Courtney Brosnan. They're back for Lucy Hope, Megan Finnegan, Sarah Holmesgard, and Elise Steinbeck. In midfield, it is Hanoke, Hannah Shai, Claire Wheeler, and Justine Van Hoovermar. And their front three is Caroline Olsen, Severiki Sari, and Katja Snoja. And on the bench for them, goalkeepers Emily Ramsey and Riley Foster, Izzy Hobson, who of course scored that late equaliser against us last season, Heather Payne, Lauren Thomas, Emma Bissell, Macy Settle, Tori Payne, and Ellie Jones. So that's your lineup. So what do we make of that Arsenal lineup? Obviously not too many changes from last week. Leah Volti drops down to the bench. Good to see Leah Williamson and Steph Catley back on the bench, isn't it? which is good. Don't forget your score predictions, please, guys. Greg says, afternoon, Richard, all in the chat, looking forward to a goal first. Let's hope so. But we'll take a 1-0. We always say that, don't we? And says, Daff is back. Well, she's just kept her place. So, yeah, brilliant. It's good to see. And says, afternoon, Greg. How are you doing? It's good to see you again. Empress 29 says, good afternoon, Richard, all in and all. Yeah, and to you, my friends. Don't forget, get your score predictions in. Yes, we should win this game. We know that. We're a much better team than Everton. We know that. But these games sometimes can be quite tricky. Obviously, they're going to sit deep and look to try to catch us on the counter-attack. It's going to be onus on us to break them down. I think we will. We've got enough quality here. Did I say 4-0 the other night? I can't remember what I said now, but I'm going to go 4-0. I'm feeling a 4-0 today. I'm just feeling a 4-0. So let's get it done. Terry says, after Richard, Greg, all in the chat, come on, you Gooner girls. Let's make this nice early win. Well, yeah, let's just get the job done. Does it matter too much how early we get it done from a stress point of view? I suppose so. But, I mean, I just want to get us to win this game. Yes, the team lineup isn't necessarily too much of a surprise, is it? There's not too many changes. Leah Volti drops down. Kyra comes in. And, of course, Stina's been dropped down to the bench as well, which, you know me, I never like to see Stina on the bench, but I'm sure she'll come on later in the game, make an impact. Still waiting for her first goal of the season, of course. Not like Leslie Russo scored loads. I think she's only got one. But anyway, let's hope that we get some goals today. And of course, it is good to see Daphne still in goal because, you know, what a great game she had last week. How could you leave her out? Let's be honest. How could you leave Daphne out after last week? I mean, there would have been uproar, wouldn't there? Uproar at the Emirates. I think there's about 25,000 tickets sold. So it's going to be, you know, not as big a crowd as some of the games that we've had. But, you know, Everton aren't the most attractive of opposition, I suppose. But next week, of course, it's Chelsea. I'm sure that'll be a sellout, won't it? And says, lots of goals, please. Indeed, lots of goals, please. Yeah, that's what we want to see, don't we? Lots of goals. Greg says, afternoon, Terry, 5-0, 3-0 by half-time, and lots of changes second half. Yeah, maybe you're right. I just think Everton will be they're a very organised team. They don't concede a lot of goals. So I think we're going to have to work really hard to get the job done, get in front, get the goal early would be nice. But I think Everton will be organised. They're going to be difficult to break down. And I think we are going to have to be patient today. I think patience is the key. But once we go in front, you imagine we'll score. Terry says he shouldn't be dropping Stina. She should be one of the first names on the team sheet. Well, I agree, of course. She should. She would be my first name on the team sheet pretty much every single game. Her and Daphne, that's all you need. You need a great goalkeeper and you need a great goal scorer, and the rest of the players can fit in around that. I suppose Mariona's not a bad player, is she? Beth Mead's not a bad player. Kim Little's not a bad player. Frida Minam's in great form, so maybe stick them in as well. But anyway, it's all good. I'm sure it's going to be a team good enough to beat Everton. But I say Everton aren't a bad side. They just lack goals. They're very difficult to beat. But difficult to break down. Of course, last season we had two tough games against them, didn't we? We won 2-1 at Meadow Park, and then we drew 1-1 away towards the end of the season. Really disappointing result that was, wasn't it? When we should really have won that game, and we took the lead late on and then conceded in stoppage time, didn't we? I say it's not going to be the biggest crowd at the Emirates, but it's still well over what anyone else will get in the WSL this weekend, and it's also well over what we would have been able to get, of course, if we played at Meadow Park. I think about 25,000 seems to be what we're expecting today, something around that. And of course, in the stadium for us is the Lord Andreas is in the stadium for us. Amar's there as well. Harry's there. Everybody's there. So it's going to be really good, isn't it? I'm sure that'll be a feature of Andreas's vlog, which we'll try and get out for you at some point tomorrow, I would have thought, just because I'm going to not have time to do it before then. But look out for that because it's going to be good, as it always is. Terry says, as Greg has gone Conservatives, I'm going 8-1. Now, Daphne's not letting in a goal. Come on. No chance. Absolutely no chance is Daphne letting in a goal. She's never going to let in a goal again. That's it. She's clean sheets all the way through. Lovely. Anyway, the teams are out. Everton all in blue, of course, as you would expect. Arsenal in red and white, again, as you would expect. A fixture that's certainly a famous fixture in the men's Premier League. Two teams that have been in the Premier League since the start of it. In the women's game, not quite so many meetings between the sides. Everton, of course, fairly new to the top flight in women's football, but they've survived. They've done well. I'm sure they should be okay this season, shouldn't they? They're not going to they're not going to challenge for the top 3 places, are they? They're not going to get relegated. It's one of them sort of teams that just sort of sits about between sort of 6th and 10th, don't they, really? And says appalling picture quality on TV. Well, this is because they've got amateurs running this whole show. We should be running it, really, shouldn't we? Here, we'd sort it out. Get Lord Andreas with his camera there, and we'll do the rest. Anyway, it is going to be Arsenal to kick off with Leslie Russo. We are attacking a goal to our right in this first half, which is, of course, the clock end at the Emirates. For those who are familiar with it, of course, there was a game here yesterday. The men had to come from behind to beat Southampton. I wouldn't be surprised if this game's similarly. It might take a while for us to get it done, but let's see. Anyway, Arsenal are off and underway. Leslie Russo plays it back to Leia Cadena, and Arsenal are straight away in possession of the ball. Coming forward over on that far side, Katie McCabe. You do feel as though her days at left back are going to probably be numbered now, with Steph Catley getting herself back to full fitness again. She's on the bench today. She hasn't played yet this season, of course, due to her injury. Beth Mead on her 200th appearance for Arsenal just loses out there on this near side. We're lovely for Beth to get a goal. She's got a great goal scoring record at the Emirates, of course. She did score in the opening game here, didn't she, against Manchester City? That vital late equaliser, of course. And she scored the most goals at the Emirates since we've been playing here, so that's always good. So she may well get herself one today. Now, Everton just playing it out from the back at the moment, trying to get a little bit of possession earlier, and Arsenal trying to press high up the pitch, which we're going to have to do. And we just won the ball back on the result of that. It was Mariona Caldente finds Kim Little next with Katie McCabe. She plays it all the way back to Leia Cadena. It is Arsenal 0, Everton 0. We played a minute at the Emirates. That's a good ball forward, looking for Leslie Russo over on that far side, just inside the penalty area. And she goes around the outside, plays into the near post. Frida Marnham's there. Can she get a shot away? It's blocked. In fact, I think she may well have been offside. And that was a good early chance there for Arsenal. Lovely play. Was she offside? She can't be offside. That's not offside. Was it handball? I'm not really sure what happened there. Anyway, the referee's given something, and it's a free kick to Everton. Not quite sure what happened there, because she definitely couldn't have been offside. Terry says Everton score because DVD gagging for a cuddle from Medic and ain't got a mind on the game. No, absolutely no chance. She's not letting any goals, never. Anyway, Mariona bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. She was tackled there, actually. Maybe needed to pass that ball a little bit earlier. Trying to do a little bit too much there, but Katie McCabe stops the pass up that far side. It's a throw to Everton. We've played 2 minutes. Still 0-0. Not much really has happened yet. Everton quite happy to keep possession in their own half. But they're trying to come forward now on that far side. This is nice football from Everton, actually. And over on that far side, can the cross come in? And the cross does come in. It's not a bad cross either, but Lotta Wubenmoy there. She only heads it down. It's Everton pick up possession again. They've had a bright start, haven't they, Everton? And Arsenal still yet to really settle. It was that good move. Everton coming forward now on this near side. This is good play inside the Arsenal penalty area. Is there going to be a chance for Everton early on? No, it isn't, because Kyra Cooney crosses there. But actually, she's lost the ball. Shot comes in on the edge of the box, but Kyra's there to block it. And now Arsenal still can't get it away. Everton just pressing us high up the pitch here. We're just struggling to get out. Everton on this near side, still in possession there. We didn't defend that particularly well, did we? Which wasn't great. Anyway, the ball chipped forward by Everton again, but that's going to run behind for a goal kick. Not the best defending there from Arsenal, you have to say. But we got away with it, didn't we? And it is a goal kick, which Daphne is going to take all in a yellow today. The Dutch goalkeeper, player of the match last week on her debut at Leicester. You don't get many better debuts than that for a goalkeeper, do you? Let's be honest. You couldn't be much better, could it? You make 2 or 3 brilliant saves. You keep a clean sheet. You win 1-0. Brilliant stuff. Oh, she's just giving the ball away just on the edge of the area there, trying to play it out from the back into Kyra, but Arsenal managed to get away with that. Good covering there from Kim Little. Terry says, congrats to Mido today. It's her 200th Arsenal game. It is a 200th Arsenal game, yeah. She's bound to score because she loves a goal at the Emirates, don't she, Beth? Anyway, Arsenal now trying to get possession again. Beth with the ball there, plays it out to Leia Cadena. Now Arsenal looking to move the ball forward. Mariona Caldente with that hunched running style. Very similar to Robert Pires, actually, in some ways. Playing out on that left-hand side. Anyway, she links up with Katie McCabe. Can she get the cross in? Katie McCabe, she does, but Leslie Russo can't get into that near post area. Everton clear it away. But Arsenal now looking to keep possession again. Kim Little it is, touches it off to Leia Cadena. Now it's with Mariona again. Frida Marnham touches it off. This is good football from Arsenal. Is it going to lead to a chance, though? Because we've seen this a lot, haven't we? Arsenal play some lovely, neat and tidy football, and it doesn't lead to a chance, a shot, a goal. And that's the problem we've got to solve. We're not having enough shots. Last week we saw that against Leicester, didn't we? You know, we played some nice football at times, but it didn't really lead anywhere, did it? And in the end, we got lucky with the goal, a mistake, and we made the most of it anyway. Freedom mind. We got that goal last week. 4 goals already for her this season. Finds Mariona over on that far side, touches it in. He had 2. Kyra Cooney cross, lays it off to Kim Little again. Arsenal moving the ball well, but only sideways and not forwards. And that ball forward there, though, is cut out. It is going to be a throw to Arsenal. Emily Fox with it on this near side. Throws it back to Lotta, Woburn, Moy. Be interesting to see what's going to happen when Leah Williamson is actually fit enough to start, which you imagine is going to be probably Bayern Munich in midweek. Which of those 2 central defenders are going to get left out? Because Cody's been brilliant and Leah Lotta's player of the year last year. Anyway, Kate McCabe on that far side finds Mariona on the edge of the penalty area, touches the ball off to Frida Marnham. This is good stuff from Arsenal. Leah Cadena, but again, we're struggling to actually create anything inside the box. Now, this is good. Over on the far side, Mariona can chip it towards the far post. Beth's in there, headed out well by the Everton defence. Looks as though Beth Mead was going to get herself that goal. Now, a shot from distance from Katie McCabe goes over the crossbar. That was good defending there from Everton, actually, because that was nice football from Arsenal. Frida found Mariona. A lovely little dink cross towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and it was a good defensive header by Megan Finnegan to... Otherwise, Beth Mead would have had a lovely little opportunity to head that in to mark her 200th appearance for Arsenal with a goal. Another goal at the Emirates as well. Wow, I think she's got 8 or 9, hasn't she, already in this stadium? Highest goal scorer for Arsenal here for the women's team, obviously. Not sure who's got the most goals at the Emirates for the men's team. I'm thinking Robin van Persie potentially, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Walcott maybe? I don't know. But anyway, certainly won't be in the current team, will it? That's for certain. Yeah, the ball's now back with Daphne Van Domselaar. This time she goes long over that far side. It wasn't a great kick out, actually. It's gone straight out for a throw to Everton. And she says, hope she gets a goal, Mido. Yes, we all hope Mido gets a goal. I mean, she's got plenty of goals here on this ground, so she'd be one of the favourites to score at some point in this game, you feel. She almost had an opportunity just a moment ago, didn't she? It was good defending though by Everton. And now Arsenal pick the ball up. Kim Little touches it back to Leah Cadena. Now again, it's with Daphne Van Domselaar. Gives it back again to Leah Cadena. She's comfortable with the ball at her feet, isn't she? Daphne, she's got the ball again now. And she thought about going long. Instead, just plays it short to Lotta Wogan, more inside the Arsenal penalty area. Lotta moving forward, plays it back again to Daphne. Everton not really pressing at all. There's no pressure on the ball, and Arsenal can just knock it around. Keeping possession. Nice football, but not really progressing up the pitch. But we are now. Mariona Caldente turns, fine. Kim's inside the centre circle. Captain plays out this near side for Emily Fox. She's going to keep it in. Can she get the cross in? Instead, she goes back to Lotta Wilbermark. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in, looking for Leslie Russo. It's headed out again by Megan Finnegan. The Everton captains defended well so far, but Everton have defended quite well so far. 8 minutes played. Arsenal nil, Everton nil. Waiting for this breakthrough. WSL game week 3. Of course, we've got an opportunity here to win this game. Oh, that's a good ball up this near side. Emily Fox. What's the cross like? It's not a bad cross, but it's hit the crossbar in actual fact. Mariona keeps it in. Leslie Russo's inside the 6-yard box, battling away for it. Finds Mariona again. Can she get the cross in? This time she does. It's deflected behind. It's a corner. I don't think that was meant by Emily Fox. It was a cross. And it's hit the top of the crossbar, came out, and Leslie Russo was almost in to turn that ball home. It was a good opportunity for a cross, actually, but she's miskicked it. And it's hit the top of the crossbar. Wow. And Mariona kept it in, and Leslie Russo was battling away at that near post, trying to force an opening. And in the end, it's a corner to Arsenal. First corner of the game over on that far side. We're going to do a short corner again by the look of it, which is what annoyed us last week at Leicester. We did too many short corners, didn't we? Didn't get that ball into the box. This one does come into the box towards the near post. It's flicked on by Frida Marnham. And it comes in, it's flicked in by Mariona Caldente, but it's gone over the crossbar. Looking for her first WSL goal for Arsenal. Of course, got one in the Champions League, didn't she, a couple of weeks or so ago against Hacken. Really important win that was, wasn't it? Get us into the group stage. It's Mariona's goal. Made it 2-0 on the night, 2-1 an aggregate, 4-1, of course, to go through. and looking forward to that first game on Wednesday away in Bavaria against Bayern Munich. It's at the Campus Stadium, of course. Andreas knows very well. Early kickoff actually is, isn't it? It's 6:45 UK time. Again, Arsenal trying to play out from the back and gets ourselves into trouble. That's twice we've done that now. And Everton still in possession over on that far side. Can they get the cross in? No, they can't, because Katie McCabe's across. And then Kyra Cooney cross steps in, and then cross is fired in. But definitely he dropped it there. But she's won it at the second attempt. And Arsenal, just twice now, Daphne's balls out from the back have not been great, actually. And then she dropped that cross. Is it playing at the Emirates a little bit? Is she a little bit nervous playing at the Emirates for the first time? Maybe she is, but I'm sure she'll settle down. The couple of clearances haven't been great from her. Usually she's so assured with the ball at her feet. But anyway, we got away with it on those two occasions. And then she almost let that cross slip from her fingers as well. So just a little nervy start, it seems, from the Arsenal goalkeeper. But I'm sure she'll be fine. She should come into this game with a lot of confidence following last week's performance. But this is the Emirates; it's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? And I'm sure she'll be fine. Anyway, Kyra Cooney cross now plays out this near side, looking for Emily Fox. Wasn't meant to play at Leicester last week, of course, but that injury to Laura Wienreuther, who's out now for could be a while. But it seems like she's the only sort of major injury problem that we've got at the moment. Everybody else seems as though they're fit now, with Leah and Steph on the way back. Anyway, Leslie Russo over on that far side has done really well, and she's won the corner again for Arsenal. The last corner was at least it wasn't a short corner. It wasn't a great corner, but we've won another one now. Leslie Russo working hard there to create that chance. And now we've got an opportunity to get this ball in the box again. It's Beth Mead and Katie McCabe over on that far side. Between them, we're going to decide how they're going to play this corner. I would get it in the box again. That's what I would do. Not these silly short corners. Get it into the box. Anyway, it does go short, but this time it comes short to the edge of the area. Ball comes in by Kim Little. Goes all the way through. Lotta Woobermoy almost was in there, but the ball's gone through to goalkeeper Courtney Brosnan. And I don't know if that was meant as a shot there, or is this a ball into the box? Lotta was almost there. She may well have been offside. I'm not sure. But anyway, Courtney Brosnan did well and held on to that ball. And it was a sort of a chance for Arsenal. I don't think it was definitely wasn't meant to be a shot. It was just meant to be a ball played into the box, but it almost created a chance. Anyway, Kim Little again had a good start to this game. Finds Emily Fox. She's tackled there, but Arsenal are going to pick the ball up again with Emily Fox on this near side. Touches it back to Mariona Caldente. Got her shirt pulled, but she carries on going. Surely that'll now be a free kick. Come on, ref. You can't play an advantage and then Arsenal lose the ball. Everton have got a player over on this near side. Lotta Woobermoy's across to do the defending. The cross does come in. It's dealt with there by Kim Little down to Kyra Cooney cross, and she puts it long. Even though it's an Everton head gets there, and Everton pick up the second ball as well. Must have been a little bit ragged defensively in these early stages here, actually. We've played 12 and a half minutes. It's still 0-0. Arsenal obviously have had the majority of the possession, but when Everton have come forward, we have looked a little bit shaky at the back. It's not quite working for us at the minute, is it? It's a long ball up this near side, but that's going to go out for a throw. We've got a chance to regroup. Not been the best. We just look a little bit nervy, don't we, for some reason? I don't know why. Of course, with the Chelsea game called off today, we've got the opportunity here to win this game, go above them ahead of our meeting next week. And I think, although they'll have a game in hand, points in the bag are always better than games in hand, I always think. And also as well, if we can beat them next week, then that would put us 4 points above them. And that would be, that would make the game in hand irrelevant. So I think that it's a good opportunity for us today, isn't it, to look at that league table. I think, you know what, Man United obviously aren't playing as well because they were due to play Chelsea. And yes, we've got a busy week, 3 games in 6 days, including this one, of course. But sometimes playing gives you that momentum, doesn't it? Chelsea have got a week off, and you could say it helps them in terms of preparation for the Champions League game. But they've obviously got more time off after that as well. We play Wednesday, but I don't know. Sometimes playing games you get momentum, and sometimes missing out a week is always an advantage. So let's see what happens. Obviously next week we need to win this game first, and then we need to get a result against Bayern in midweek, and then we can then we can start to worry and think about the Chelsea game next week. So there's a lot coming up on the channel this week. It is women in the focus, of course, with the international break for the men. So Wednesday we are here for the Arsenal-Bayern game. We might miss the start just because I don't know we're getting from work until about 5:45, and I'll need to get in and set up and all that kind of stuff. So, but we'll be here for that game, of course. And then Thursday, Arsenal Women's Show Thursday this week. We are looking forward to that. And of course, then on Saturday, it is Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates. Of course, the women, that is going to be a hell of a game, isn't it? So lots coming up for you this week on the channel. Of course, Andreas's vlog as well. And of course, a vlog for the Bayern game as well, because of course he'll be there. Why would he not be there? Of course he'll be there, won't he, on Wednesday for that game, start of the Champions League group stage. We've had to work hard to get into that group stage. Let's make the most of that opportunity now and see if we can get a good start. And I think a draw away in Bayern Munich would be a good result. We said that on the show the other night. I think we'd all take a draw. Of course we would. And it would be a decent start for us, wouldn't it? We'll take that. And then obviously we've got Valerenga at home in game 2, which obviously we should win. So that would be a good start, wouldn't it? But let's get this game out of the way first before we worry too much about Bayern Munich. This game's still 0-0 and we haven't really got going yet. Anyway, lots of Ruben now on this near side, bringing the ball forward, plays it into midfield. Kim Little touches it off and Losser's going to get it back again. Chips the ball into Wolves. Freedom. Beth Mee just chests it down to Kim Little. Now it goes out to that far side. This is good play from Arsenal. Mariona Caldente touches it infield to Kyra Cooley-Cross, the Australian. Now it's into feet there of Kim Little, and Arsenal now keeping some possession in the Everton half. Ball played forward there by Leia Cadena, looking for Leslie Russo. Didn't find its target, and Everton can pick up possession now. Trying to come forward up this near side. Everton have actually played some nice stuff here in this game so far. But Arsenal have obviously had the majority of the possession. And that ball played out by Claire Wheeler over on that far side. Not a good ball forward. Leia Cadena's there. Kyra Cooley-Cross keeps possession well, actually. Now it's with Kim Little, who very rarely gives the ball away. I know that's Leah Walsh's song, but Kim Little doesn't often give the ball away either, does she? Anyway, lots of Ruben Moy now. Plays the ball square to Leia Cadena. We've played 16 and a half minutes at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Everton 0. WSL match week 3. Arsenal, of course, with 4 points on the board after 2 games. It's been an okay start, hasn't it? You know, we draw at home to Man City is never a bad result, and of course an away win at Leicester against a very strong, well-organised Leicester team was a great result actually. Looking back on it, and if we can win this game as well, then you know you'd have to say that 7 out of 9 would be a good start ahead of Chelsea, wouldn't it? And I'm reasonably happy with that. I'm not disappointed with the start that we've made at all. I think we've started the season pretty well, and of course we've done the job in the Champions League that we had to do, which was qualify, of course, from the group stage. Anyway, Arsenal now in possession again with Kyra Cooley-Cross. Just touches it off to Lotta Woburn Moy, and she just touches it back to Daphne Van Domselaar. Not too much has happened in this game. It's not quite sparked to life, has it? A little bit similar in many ways to the Arsenal men's game yesterday against Southampton, which took a while to get going, didn't it? Quite a poor first half. And Arsenal, they're looking to change all that. Kim Little, she tried to play the ball through to Beth Mee, but it was cut out. And now Everton again can bring the ball forward. They have had a good start to this game, Everton. You've got to say, they really have started this game well. You know, Kim Little now bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Can we find a breakthrough? Leslie Russo's very deep and then gets tackled. Tries to work hard to win the ball back, but Everton keep possession inside at the centre circle. Greg says there, I think it's Optus in Oz. Oh, what are we streaming? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure in Australia. Anyway, a Frida Marlin in possession for Arsenal. Yet to really get going this game, as we said, it's been a little bit bitty, hasn't it, so far? But it's still quite early days. We've not even played halfway through this first half yet, have we? So we're not worried. I'm sure the Arsenal will settle. And we're not playing badly. We just haven't created anything yet, have we? Which is typical of the last year and a bit, really, isn't it? When we play nice football, but very little end product, or not enough end product a lot of the time. Although sometimes I say we need patience today, and I think we're going to need patience. All Beth's done well on this near side, but you can't quite get the ball through to Frida Marlin, who made that little run inside, as she tends to do. But Arsenal have kept possession well. And we can bring the ball forward now over on that far side with Mariona Caldente, plays it into Frida Marnham, gets it back with the Spaniard, gives it back to Frida Marnham over on that far side. Can she get a cross in? No, she can't. Plays it back to Mariona again. And Arsenal looking to find this breakthrough. Lots of Everton bodies back defending, and they've defended well again. But Kyra Cooney Cross picks the ball up, finds Kim Little, touches it infield to Beth Mead, who's been playing quite central actually so far in this game, almost like a second striker. In fact, we're very central all round. I don't know if this is the tactic against Everton to try to, usually we try and get the ball wide, but today we seem to be looking to try and get it more central. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. This is nice football, really nice football inside the penalty area. There's going to be a chance. Shot comes in just wide. I think it was Katie McCabe over on that far side. In fact, it was Kyra Cooney Cross, sorry. It was lovely play actually from Arsenal there. Leia Cadena was at the heart of it. Lovely 1-2 with Leslie Russo. She did really well actually, Kyra. But battled her way past a couple of challenges, but the angle was quite tight. She couldn't force it home. And it's gone wide, and it's a goal kick to Everton. LG says, we are so boring and regressing under this manager. Lack of fluidity and penetration has always been an issue under this fraud. That's interesting. Terry says, Kyra, yeah, and she has a shame. It was a shame. It was a good move, actually. It was a good move. Anyway, it didn't lead it to a goal, but that was much better from Arsenal. At least we got the ball into the penalty area, got a shot away as well. And you do feel as though if we can keep doing movements like that, we are going to find a breakthrough, get ourselves in front. Once we go in front, it's not going to be a problem this game, is it? But it's like any game, isn't it? It doesn't matter how good a team you are, until you score that goal, until you get yourselves in front, the other team will keep battling and battling because, that's what they're here for. Everton aren't here to just roll over and let us play and win the game easily, are they? Of course they're not. They've come here to try to frustrate us, to try to make it hard for us to create much, and then they'll be looking to try to spring a counter attack and try to cause us problems when they can, and yes, we've got to find a way to beat that, and we will, I'm sure. Anyway, there's been a slight little clash of heads over on the far side, so the two trainers are on. Was it Leia Cadena for Arsenal? They're just showing a couple of the earlier moments there. Haven't really led to a goal, have they? Or even really too many chances. Only one real save from the goal kick. It wasn't really a save either, was it? It was a ball forward from Kim Little. It wasn't, I don't think, meant to be a shot. Anyway, there's not been too much to get excited about so far in this game. Midway through the first half, Arsenal 0, Everton 0. But these games sometimes are like this, aren't they? They're difficult. There's no easy games in the WSL anymore. If you look at, we use Chelsea as an example. The Aston Villa game, they only won 1-0. Are Aston Villa, Everton much worse than Aston Villa? No, I don't think they are. I think they've got some good players. I think they're well organised, very good coach. And it's going to be a tough game for us, to try and break them down. It was Leia Cadena that picked up that head injury for Arsenal, but she seems back on her feet again, which is good. And hopefully she's going to be okay anyway. It's going to be a free kick to Everton is the upshot of all of that. And both players have currently got a player off the pitch for the treatment. It's Leia Cadena for Arsenal, which is not good news, is it? She's a defender, and we've got to defend this free kick without one of our defenders. There needs to be something sorted out about that, surely. Anyway, the free kick comes into the edge of the box. It is headed away, and Emily Fox completes the clearance, but not very far, actually. And Everton pick the ball up again. And now it's their turn to knock the ball around without really moving it too far forward. It's back in the Everton half. The two injured players are back on against Leia Cadena, comes back and takes her place back in central defence. Be ironic, wouldn't it, if she suffered a concussion injury just as Leah Williamson's back from one. But she's obviously hasn't, because she's fine. She's back on the pitch again, which is good news. And Everton have got to throw. Oh, they haven't got to throw. The ball stayed in, actually. Everton coming forward over on that far side. They've shown a little bit more ambition in these opening 23 and a half minutes than I expected them to, actually. So fair play to them. Anyway, surely that's a free kick to Arsenal. Surely that's a yellow card. I think it was Justin Van Hoovermark there. She lost possession to Mariona Caldente and then pulled her shirt. Now, that should be a yellow card. That should be a yellow card. That's the sort of foul that is a yellow card offence, isn't it? You're stopping a counter attack with a cynical pull of a shirt, and that, it's a foul, and it should be a yellow card. So she's maybe got away with one there, the big Belgium. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward over on that far side. Mariona Caldente finds Katie McCabe on the overlap. Thought about a cross, but no one's in the box as she plays it back to Mariona again. Now it's with Kyra Cooney. Cross had a good start to this game as well. Kyra plays it square to Kim Little. Captain Kim still bossing that midfield. Now it's with Emily Fox on this near side. LG says we're struggling even to get into the opposition box. That is unacceptable. I don't know why we keep on insisting with this manager after only 2 Mickey Mouse trophies. Well, 2 Mickey Mouse trophies are better than no trophies at all. No, certain other Arsenal managers managed in the last 3 seasons. I don't know what you expect. Teams don't just roll over now like they used to in the WSL. The quality of the standard has gone up everywhere, and it's not easy to break teams down. The defending now in the WSL is so much better than it used to be. And it's not just an Arsenal problem. It's a problem, all the teams in the WSL. You don't see the big victories anymore. And it doesn't matter, does it, if it takes us, if we score after 5 minutes or we score after 95 minutes. If we win the game, that's all we've got to do. And, we're looking in control in terms of the play. Yes, we're not creating enough chances yet. I agree. And that has been a problem. But ultimately, it's about the final results, isn't it? It's not about, 25 minutes of football in one game against a team that's just come to defend. I'm sure we will get chances later on as the game progresses. Of course we will, because that's how football works. And we've got very good players. But I don't know what you expect. We're not going to, Everton aren't the sort of team that you're going to just wipe the floor and beat them 6-0. We've never done that. They've always given us a difficult game. They're a good side. Their manager knows what he's doing. He's a very good coach. And, we've got to keep working and being patient. And then it will come. The chances will come. The goals will come. I have absolutely no doubt about that. But it's just a matter of, being patient. That's what it's about, isn't it? Terry says, good bit of repping in my book as long as she gives the same to Katie. Well, yeah. Terry says, I agree with LG. Get this fraud out. I said I must go. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Oh, they've given the ball away. Mariona Caldente with a shot. Good save in the end from Courtney Brosnan. She did well to hold on to it as well, because that was a bad mistake at the back from Everton. They're trying to play it out from the back. They caused themselves all sorts of problems. The ball out there was picked off by Mariona Caldente. She tried to curl it in the corner, didn't quite get it right. And Courtney Brosnan makes the save. And Caldente almost close to her first WSL goal. Arsenal won the ball again. We're coming forward with Leslie Russo, plays it inside to Beth Mead. Oh, she was just tackled there by Van Hoovermart. And the ball's now back in the arms of the goalkeeper, Courtney Brosnan. Arsenal just starting now to put more pressure on Everton in possession. Forced a few mistakes. And that's what we need to do. But it's all about patience, isn't it? In these type of games, it is all about patience. Unless you get an early goal, which, doesn't often happen, does it, to anybody? Because, the other team, the away team, have come here with their mindset that they're going to make it tough for us. They're not going to concede a goal. So to get an early goal is quite unusual in these games. If you do, brilliant. It opens it up and suddenly you see a better spectacle. And you can't just blame one team for that. It's not Arsenal's problem. It's not Arsenal's fault, it's Arsenal's problem to solve. It's just the way teams are now. They don't want to open themselves up and lose 5-0. They're coached better now. They've got better defenders, and teams are more difficult to break down. We've just got to, not just us. It's a problem that all the top teams have got. Exactly the same issues. We've just got to find a way to do it. And so far, we haven't managed to in this particular game. And we struggled a little bit away at Leicester last week, but we did get the win, and I'm sure we'd all be happy to get the win again. The ball's now back with Daphne Van Domselaar, plays it out to that far side. Katie McCabe with the ball, plays it up the line. That's a good ball to Leslie Russo. Beth Mead's made a run into the box. This is where you need Stina in there, don't you? Because she's always makes those great positions, takes a defender away. And even if she's not creating a chance for herself, she'll create a chance for someone else. And this is good. Kim Little now on the edge of the box. Tries to chip it in. It's come over on the far side. Surely that's a back pass, ref. But no, it's not given. And the goalkeeper, Courtney Brosnan, has got the ball in her hands We've played 29 minutes at the Emirates. Not too many chances for Arsenal yet. One or two. You would say they're probably half chances, if we're honest. Not even full chances, really. But Arsenal trying to press now as Everton play it out from the back. And we've won the ball again high up the pitch. Surely that was a foul there, ref. Surely a foul. Anyway, we've still got the ball. It doesn't matter too much, but we've lost it now. I don't know whether the referee's played an advantage twice there, but we've lost the ball straight after, and it's almost like, well, hang on a minute. Anyway, it's a throw now to Everton over on that far side. Mariona seems to be questioning that decision, but it is a throw to Everton, which they've taken quickly, trying to get the ball forward, trying to create some problems for our defence. That's a long ball over the top. Actually, it's not a bad ball there. Cadena's struggling to get back. It's the Dutch attacker there for Everton. And they're keeping possession over on that far side. And there's an overlapping run there, but good defending it was in the end from Arsenal. Now Mariona Caldente's got a little bit of time, just touches the ball off to Kyra Cooney cross. And now it's back with Leia Cadena inside the Arsenal penalty area. Gets the ball out to this near side. Lossart Wubben-Moy chips the ball forward. It's not a great ball, actually. It's headed out, and it is going to be a throw though to Arsenal. We've reached the half-hour mark. It's not been the most entertaining of games as yet. Arsenal not really quite clicking into gear in that final third, but it's still, of course, fairly early in this game, isn't it? Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now on that far side. Frida Marnham's made a good run. Leslie Russo's in the box, tries to cut near post. Beth tries to make a run towards a penalty spot. The cross was low, but it's cut out. But Arsenal pick up possession again with Caldente over on that far side. Kyra Cooney cross. Arsenal been in over on that far side a couple of times, haven't we, in this opening half an hour? And they're trying to come forward up this near side. We've got a throw instead. Beth couldn't quite get on the end of that. Emily Fox is going to take this throw. Plays it back to Lotta Wubben-Moy, gets it back again. Emily Fox also looking for some movement ahead. She didn't find any, so she had to go back to Lotta. Now it's with Leia Cadena. Goes out to that far side. Katie McCabe touches it into Kyra Cooney cross. Gets the ball out to the far side. This is good play. Mariona Caldente. Frida Marnham's in over on that far side. Can she get the cross in? It's blocked again by Haishi, it was. It's going to be another corner though to Arsenal. That was much better. OG says, so if teams are difficult to break down and you're struggling to break them down week in, week out, are you really doing your job as a manager? Aren't you the one who's supposed to find? So, well, I mean, to win the game, we've found solutions, haven't we? Finding solutions isn't beating a team like Everton 6-0. It's winning the game. We won the game last week. We may well win the game this week. So that he is doing his job, isn't he? He's finding ways. You've got to find ways to win. Not every game goes exactly to plan. And when it doesn't go to plan, you have to find a way to win. We managed to do it last week. And if we win this game, we've done it again. And that surely is credit to the manager. You know, unless you think that we're going to go and win every game 5-0, and unless we win every game 5-0, the manager's failing, then you're never going to be satisfied, are you? Ever. You know, at the end of the day, we didn't play particularly well last week. We won the game. We haven't played particularly well so far this week. We still might win the game. Let's see. Still plenty of time left. You know, and that's what it's important, isn't it? I'm sure next week against Chelsea, it'll be a different game because Chelsea won't come here and just sit back and defend. They'll defend, but they won't just defend, will they? We'll get a lot more space and opportunities against Chelsea. We always do. And that's going to be a different sort of game, isn't it? And each team's different, aren't they? Everton aren't going to come and open up because they'll just get hammered. Of course they won't. You know, we've got to find solutions. And I'm sure we've worked on the training ground to find those solutions. And let's see if we can. I'm sure we will. Nothing in this game suggesting to me that we won't eventually get a goal. And depending on how soon in the game that is, it will probably open up a little bit more, won't it? And they're also coming forward again. This is nice football. Emily Fox's ball couldn't quite find Frida Marnham on the edge of the Everton penalty area. But Lotta Wubben-Moy is going to take that ball out of the air. You know, what's happening is in women's football, there's been this evolution, hasn't there, where teams have got better. Even the so-called weaker teams are better than they used to be. Oh, this is good play from Frida Marnham. Can she get a shot away from distance? Oh, that's a good save, actually, by Courtney Brosnan there. Frida on fire again there. Lovely run. Got past a couple of challenges there. Lovely feet from Frida on the edge of the box. It just opened up for her. Didn't look like she'd hit the shot particularly well, but I think it was going right in that bottom corner. So that's a good save there from Courtney Brosnan at full stretch. to tip it around the post. It's another corner to Arsenal. What's that, a third corner? Is it fourth corner? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, over on that far side again, all the corners have been from that side. Beth Mears again going to put it into the box, in towards the near post. Goes all the way through. Oh, Everton just about got away with that there. I think Lotta Rubenmoy was coming in. Couldn't quite get a touch on it. And in the end, Everton survive. Kyra Cooney Cross now in possession, midway inside the Everton half, chips the ball over to that far side, finds Katie McCabe, touches it off to Kim Little, dinks the ball towards the edge of the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper comes and punches it. And that was another dangerous moment there. But anyway, Kyra Cooney Cross has just given a free kick to Everton. LG says, Pep faces low block every week and City still win comfortably most games. I've seen the same story with this B-Tech Arteta constantly. Well, no, I mean, look at the game against Southampton yesterday. You know, we struggled to break them down and we went behind. In the end, we got the job done, which is fine. You know, what you got to remember is Pep is, you know, Pep is like the best manager, that one of the best managers ever. He's certainly the best manager in football at the moment. And if you expect every single manager to be able to find the same solutions that Pep can, then you're in dreamland. He's a one-off, isn't he? Look at his record. You know, it's totally different, isn't it? You can't compare the two. It's ridiculous to try and think, well, okay, because Pep can beat low blocks and win 4-0. Although he doesn't. Look at their game yesterday against Fulham. They struggled in that game. They just about won. So, you know, everybody has problems. You know, they had problems against Brentford a couple of weeks ago as well, Man City. So let's not assume that Man City are winning 8-0 every game, because they're not. You know, they still struggle against teams that play like that. They do. In the end, they find solutions and win the game 9 times out of 10. And that's what we do 9 times out of 10. And that's what this team does. So, you know, you can compare it in that way. You know, the way you're going on as though Pep wins every game 6-0, and he doesn't. You know, they very rarely do. They get the job done because, you know, they're able to do it. One, because they've got the best players. So, yeah. But sometimes they struggle in these sort of games. They do. They did yesterday. They did against Brentford. You know, they're not winning games by big margins, are they? At the moment, they're just getting it done. And that's what you got to do. Terry says, this is what I want to see us put in there, keep under pressure. Well, yeah, we just need to, I think we've been closing down quite high up the pitch, actually, which has been quite good. We forced a few mistakes, but yes, we're not, we maybe haven't done it quite enough yet. You know, we played 36 minutes. It was just a little break in play because the Everton goalkeeper needed some treatment. Oh, that's a long ball through, but Daphne's come out of her area there. Oh, that was cool, wasn't it? And then she tries to flick the ball forward. Now she's got to get back in her goal quite quickly because it's coming back towards the Arsenal penalty area. And Kyra Cooney Cross touches it off to Katie McCabe tried to thread that ball through the eye of a needle, and in the end, it was cut out well by Van Hoovermar. Now Arsenal coming forward with Leslie Roos. Oh, she just lost the flight of the ball there and got it stuck under her feet, and it's rolled through to Courtney Brosnan. 37.5 minutes played here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Everton 0. Hasn't been the most enthralling of games, has it? Let's be honest. But the men's game wasn't yesterday either. In the end, we got the victory. Let's hope we can get the victory again today. Everton again trying to play it out from the back and doing it quite well actually this time. Although they're putting the pressure again, and Frida Marnham almost pinched the ball. And they're still persisting on playing it out from the back. This is the one thing about Pep that the bad thing about him. Everybody wants to play his style of football now, don't they? And of course, some people just aren't going to be good enough to be able to do it. Anyway, Everton have done this well actually. They suddenly created an attack. This is it. When it works, it works. That shot comes in. Oh, and Daphne's pushed it onto the crossbar. Another big save from Daphne Van Domselaar. And that was an effort from distance there. It was a good effort actually. The shot came in there from 25 yards, and Daphne at full stretch just about managed to push that onto the crossbar. It was Sari with the effort, I think, and a good save from Daphne again. It is Everton's first corner. Wow. I told you she's not going to let in a goal. She's just too good. She's the cat, isn't she? Daphne the cat, that's what she is. Anyway, it's a corner to Everton. She might be called into action again then. This corner comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Then it comes in. Oh, it was cleared away by Katie McCabe in front of the post. Not sure if it was going in, but she dealt with it anyway. Anne says, good save. Terry says, save DVD. Greg says, that's why she's number one. Exactly. Well, she should be number one now. That was a really good save, yeah. Anyway, it's another corner though to Everton. They're suddenly putting us under a little bit of pressure here. It's going to be Sari again with this corner from this near side. It was her shot from 25 yards a few moments ago that definitely pushed on across. Maybe this corner comes in again. Header comes in this time. It's gone behind for a goal kick. I think that was Lucy Hope with that header. LG says, the problem is that you like to put Jonas on a pedestal when he's not. You made it seem like he's a genius when he's actually not. You overrate him. We haven't been convincing this season. Let's be honest. Well, no, we haven't been convincing, no. But we're generally getting the right results, aren't we? We've qualified for the Champions League group stage. We've got 4 points out of 2 quite difficult games. And if we win this game, then we're going to be, that'll be 7 out of 9. And in the Champions League group stage. So we're getting the results, aren't we? And I'm not saying Jonas is a genius. No, I think he's a very good coach. And I think he's a good manager. I think he's doing a decent job. Yes, we need to do better. Absolutely, of course we do. Everybody needs to improve, don't they? Anyway, Leslie Russo on this near side looking to improve something for Arsenal in this particular game. It's a cross all the way across the 6-yard box, headed behind. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. 40 minutes on the clock. And it is another corner to Arsenal. But no, I don't think Jonas is a genius at all. I think he's had some difficult circumstances to deal with in the last couple of seasons, and he's done an okay job. He's won us 2 trophies, and this season we need to push on. Of course we do, but it's very early in the season, isn't it? You know, we've got a decent enough start without playing particularly well. Anyway, Kim Little now touches the ball off. The ball's now fallen to Lacadia. Shot comes in. Oh, it's just past that far post. That was a good effort, actually. It's Emily Fox, actually, not Lacadia. So Greg says, it's all right, Andreas is there. He'll give her a cuddle at half time. Oh, definitely, yeah, probably. It was Emily Fox there with shot there from outside the box, and the goal kick was scrambling across her goal there. I don't think it was ever going in. It was always maybe just drifting wide. But another opportunity for Arsenal comes to nothing. And we're heading towards half time. Looks like it's going to be 0-0 at the break. I did kind of say expect a game like this. It was never, ever going to be a game where we were going to be 3 or 4 up at half time. I said the other night I thought it might be a tight game, difficult game. Ange B says, one day Foxy will get one. Oh, she definitely will. Anyway, maybe we might get a goal here. Frida Minor over on that far side. She's drifted past a couple of challenges. What's the cross like? Oh, it was blocked, but she's kept possession inside the penalty area. Another great run from Frida. She is in such good form at the minute, really flying, isn't she? And again, she was causing the Everton defence some problems there. Just direct running at defenders. Sometimes that's what you need to do. It's all very well passing the ball, which is great, but sometimes it's nice just to have a little run, isn't it? Have a run at the defenders and cause them a few problems and give them something to think about. That's what you need to do, don't you? They're also coming forward again over on that far side. Mariona Caldente tries to roll it in towards Leslie Russo, but again, it's pushed wide for a corner. Megan Finnegan defending well again. Jerry says, this team is too good for us to be stuttering the way we are. Should be battering teams away. Chelsea. Well, Chelsea haven't been battering everybody, have they? They battered Crystal Palace. Everyone's going to batter them. They struggled against Aston Villa, didn't they, in their first game? Terry says, leave Lordy out of this. Don't want to upset. No, it's Andreas will be enjoying himself today in club level. And that corner came to nothing because the goalkeeper, Courtney Brosnan's got the ball in her arms. Just rolls it out over to that far side to Van Hoovermark, putting the pressure a little bit there from Frida Marnham. Again, Everton have beaten the press quite well, actually, in this first half. They haven't beaten that press there. Good play there from Mariona. And now it's Kim Little batting away well for the ball in midfield. Brilliant play from the captain. She's crowded out by 3 or 4 players, but manages to keep the ball. Finds Kyra Cooney Cross. Heading towards half time in the last 90 seconds. There'll be maybe a minute or 2 of stoppage time. Katie McCabe now. Beth Mead over on that far side. Plays the ball back to Katie McCabe. Goes past 1 player, goes past 2 players. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in towards the far post. Emily Fox with a header just over the top. We were just saying that Emily Fox is going to get one sooner or later. She came close again there. at the far post. Lovely play again from Arsenal. Katie McCabe did well. Decent cross as well towards the far post. And Emily came in there. She maybe should have done a bit better with it, actually. LG says this is his 4th season. 4 seasons is a long time, and I don't think we are much better than when he first arrived. Well, this is his fault, but it's very early in his fault. He's had 3 seasons in which he's come second in the league, won 2 trophies, got to a Champions League semi-final. I don't think that's a bad effort, and that's better than the previous 3 seasons before he arrived. So I think we are better than when he first arrived. Look at the squad we've got now. We're much better. Herman says, hello from Toronto. Good morning, Rich and all Arsenal fans. How you doing, Herman? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Miss Pink Socks, I haven't seen you for a while, Miss Pink Socks. Hope you're doing well. Come on, Foxy, indeed. Terry says, afternoon, Herman. Hope you're well, indeed. Good to see Herman back with us. Anyway, we're going to find out how much stoppage time there's going to be at the end of this first half. Did the ball go up there? I must have missed it. I don't think there'll be more than 2 minutes, will there? But let's see. Anyway, the ball's played out to that far side with Kate McCabe. Can Arsenal get a late goal in this first half? 3 minutes is going to be of stoppage time. Ball played back into the box again. Kate McCabe have gone on the overlap, but Everton managed to scramble the ball away. They've defended well, Everton, but we haven't done enough in that final third. There's no question about that. Anyway, Kim Little's playing well today. Gets the ball up this near side to Emily Fox. So close to getting a goal this end, wasn't she? She maybe could have. She needed to head that down, and it's gone to the top of her head and gone flying over the crossbar for about 6 yards. Not a natural position, though, is it? Attacking those balls in the box like that. Anyway, Mariona's now come over to this near side. Swapped with Beth. Emily Fox now picks the ball up, plays it back to Lotta, Woburn, and Moy. Arsenal nil, Everton nil as we approach half time. LG says Joe Montemurro won the league, winning 1 league title, blows 2 credit cards. But he did, yeah, but he didn't win the league in his last 3 seasons, though, did he? He did win the league. Absolutely, he did. And Jonas might still win the league. So, you know, he's not been there as long as Joe was. So let's see. You know, but you can only compare the last 3 seasons of Joe with the first 3 seasons of Jonas, and Jonas has achieved more in those 3 seasons than Joe did. So there you go. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Frida Minor inside the box. What a take that was. Oh, she tried a little back heel there to put it into Emily Fox. Everton scrambled it away, but Lotter's won it back on the edge of the Everton penalty. But again, they managed to scramble the ball away. We've played 1.5 minutes of the free of stoppage time, and Everton just looking to get the ball anywhere now. He's now back with Daphne Van Domselaar. Kicks it up this near side. It's going to go out for a throw to Everton. Deep into stoppage time now at the end of this first half. It's been a frustrating first half for Arsenal. We've played some nice football at times. We haven't created enough opportunities, have we, in and around the penalty area, and that's been an issue that we've said it's been an issue not just in this game. It's been a bit of an issue, but it's finding ways, isn't it? And Arsenal have got to try and find a way to win this game in the second half. If we can't get a goal in the final moments here of this first half, there's only about 40 seconds left of stoppage time. Lotta Woburn Moy now on this near side. We might get one more chance as ball played up the line. Emily Fox is going to get there, is she? She does get there. In fact, she's won a corner. It is a corner to Arsenal again. This will probably be the last attack. That was good defending again, actually, there from Everton. And Arsenal have got a corner. This is on the near side, actually. The first corner we've had over on this side. Katie McCabe's coming across. We're going to have to get a move on because otherwise we won't have time to take it. This will be the last action of this first half. We've just got to put it in the box. Don't even do a short corner. You do a short corner, they'll blow the whistle because we've had the 3 minutes of stoppage time. Let's just get this into the box, Katie. It's not a bad ball, actually. Headed out by Everton. Actually, the referee still plays on. A shot comes in from distance there. It's been skied over the bar. And that will probably be that for this first half. In fact, it is. The half-time whistle's gone. It is Arsenal nil, Everton nil. Yes, of course, Arsenal have been the better team. There's no doubt about that. We've had 1 or 2 chances. The goalkeeper for Everton, Courtney Brosnan's made a couple of saves, but we haven't done enough in that final third. Probably the best chance was that Emily Fox header a couple of minutes before the break. It was a good play down the wing there by Katie McCabe, and she got a header at the far post, couldn't quite keep it down. And that was probably the most clear-cut opportunity that we've had. Everton have defended in numbers. They've defended deep. They've defended well. We haven't quite done enough, have we, to get that breakthrough. Terry says, let's be fair, as well, Jonas had a season with nearly every player out injured at some point. Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Not even just a player. It was our two best players got an ACL one after the other, and obviously they were out for the season. Then, and next best player got injured an ACL later on in the season. It's not excuses, is it? We need to do better, but there's been difficult circumstances. And says, let's hope this will be a game of two halves. Well, all we need to do in the second half really is just take our chances, and then we'll be all right, won't we? Greg says, can't understand all the criticism about the girls. They haven't lost this season playing good football. But exactly, the only issue I've got, and I think the only issue anybody can really have, is the fact that we don't really create enough clear opportunities in games, and we don't score enough goals. We haven't been scoring enough goals, and I think that's fair enough, and that's true. But yeah, we're doing okay. I've got no problem at all. LG says, I feel bad for fans who turned up for the first time at the Emirates. They're looking for a better alternative to the men's team. They'll definitely be disappointed. Well, imagine if you was at the first half of that game yesterday with the men's team then. Imagine if that had been your first game, looking to watch men's football. How disappointing would you have been then? But you'd have gone home happy, wouldn't you? Because the second half was better. There was, it was more exciting. It was gold. We won the game. So, the game lasts 90 minutes, not 45. I don't think I've ever been to a game in my life where at half time I thought to myself, well, this is a waste of time. It's only halfway through the game. At the end of the game, I've said that a lot of times. Of course, at the end of 90 minutes, that's fair enough, but not at the end of 45 minutes. Come on. So yesterday, everyone would have gone home, wouldn't they, at half time? We were tempted to go home, weren't we, at half time yesterday? But we didn't. Anna says there, Barclays live chat is so damn toxic. Support your team, don't ban. Well, exactly. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Support the team. Yeah, exactly. Herman says, I finally got my AirPods connected. Oh, good stuff. Good to see that you're with us again, which is always nice, isn't it? So yeah, not the greatest first half. Let's not pretend otherwise. It wasn't, but we were a better team. We had 2 or 3 opportunities, and Everton have defended well. And sometimes you've got to hold your hands up and say, you know what, they've defended well. Yes, we need to do better in the second half. I'm sure we will. The game will open up. Games always tend to open up more in the second half, don't they? Partly because of tiredness, partly because one team or the other knows they've got to take a few more risks, and then you end up seeing a little bit more open play. Like yesterday's game was a typical example of that, wasn't it? And I'm sure today will be very similar. The second half will open up, and I'm sure we will we'll get the result that we need. So yes, let's not be too down and too disappointed quite yet. There's still plenty of football to be played, and we're going to enjoy the second half as well, aren't we? Of course we are. Right, okay, so cool. I'm going to have a quick little break, and then I'll be back for the second half very shortly. Terry says, we now have an AirPod Andy and AirPod Herman. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we do, yeah. LG says, I used to enjoy watching the women's team a lot better than the men's team. Now I feel the men's team are better. There is a clear direction and conviction with the men's team than the women's team. Well, I mean, if that's how you feel, then that's fair enough. I disagree. I kind of feel the opposite. I don't enjoy. I'm probably enjoying this current Arsenal men's team the least I've enjoyed an Arsenal men's team for a very long time. I don't enjoy the style of football. We're not winning trophies. We're stat padding against the bottom teams by scoring 6-5 goals here and there, and it makes it look as though overall that's a great season. No. Is there a direction? I think the direction is very limited because we've got a manager who's very stubborn, who's got one way of doing things and one way only. And I don't think long term that's going to work. Look at the squad we've got now. He's had to get rid of half the squad that we had because he doesn't trust them enough to give them game time, even though he bought most of them, and some of them were great young players who saved his job 3 or 4 years ago when he should have been sacked. But that's kind of an example of it, isn't it? People seem to forget that Mikel Arteta really, really struggled, didn't he? Really struggled. Weren't we 15th in the league at one point in his first full season? He should have been sacked then. He wasn't. He was given time. He's been given backing, and he started to move things in the right direction. Yet you're wanting Jonas sacked when he's already progressing things. He's winning trophies, and yet you want him sacked. Why didn't you want Arteta sacked in 2020? In 2021, when he blew that semi-final, took us out of Europe for the first ever time. When we blew the top four in 2022, why did you sack then? When we threw away the title in 2023, all those are sackable offences in your eyes, and yet you're quite happy with Arteta now because he's been given time and he's been given backing. Jonas needs Jonas that backing. Look at the players he's brought in. He needs a little bit of time to gel them all together. And this is the season he's got to do it. This is the season Arteta's got to do it. If we don't win a trophy this season, you can't tell me you're going to be happy for Arteta because, you enjoy the football. Well, I don't enjoy the football, so I'll be quite happy if he walked away tomorrow. But even if I did enjoy the football, after 4 or 5 seasons, I want to see some trophies from it. We've got to win some trophies. We're Arsenal. So, that's the way it is, isn't it? There you go. Terry says there, I'm an Arsenal fan. I love winning nothing every season. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Greg says, obviously not Arteta's team. You mean the team when he was struggling with? Well, it was his team. He was a manager. And what you've got to do is get the best out of the players that you've got. Unai Emery took that team to a Europa League final, finished 5th. So he had Arsenal had no excuses. He couldn't manage those players because he can't manage anybody unless they're a boring character. Look at our team now; they're all the same, and that's the characters that he needed. He couldn't manage. He can't manage top players. We don't have any top players really, do we? Okay, Saka, you could say is a top player, right? But we don't have any top players because he can't manage top players because he's not a top manager, and I don't know why people seem to think he is. He's got an idea of coaching that. Gets results, I suppose, to a certain degree until the pressure's on. And I say he'll beat Sheffield United 6-0, and everyone thinks it's brilliant. But anyway, LG says I wanted him sacked. So what do you go? You see, so haven't you? Don't you listen? So you wanted Arteta sacked. They've stuck with him, and look what's happened since. You want Jonas sacked. So why not think to yourself, actually, why not give him the same time that Arteta had? Why not give him 5 seasons and see? So you should have learned your lesson from that, then, shouldn't you? If you wanted it, I wanted Arteta sacked in 2020. I still want him sacked now because I don't like him and I don't like his style of football. I don't like the way he goes on at referees and blames everybody else when we lose, rather looking at himself and his terrible tactics. Right? I just don't like him. Right? But that's me. I don't expect everybody to feel the same. But the lesson was Arsenal could have sacked him. They didn't, and look where we ended up now. Could be the same with Jonas, couldn't it? Could be the same with Jonas. Let's give him that time and see. He could have been sacked at the end of last season. He could have been sacked for not getting in the Champions League last season. They've stuck with him. Let's stick with him this season, see where we are. So there we go. Andrew says, won't forgive him for ESR. It's not just ESR, is it? It's not just ESR. Terry says, come on, hit that like button, subscribe. Yeah, get the like button, guys, please. It's only 16, is it? That's not very good, is it? Come on, guys. Anyway, I'm going to have a quick break. I'll be back for the second half. It's going to be good, so don't go anywhere. And I'll play a little bit of music just because that's what I'm like. I want to entertain you. So I'm going to play a little bit of music. We'll be back shortly for the second half. So we'll speak very soon. So we are back for the second half. It's going to be Everton to kick off. Arsenal attacking the North Bank. So we're going to score loads of goals, aren't we? Because that's what happens. Greg says, let's forget about dodgy tactics, Arteta, and concentrate on the girls. They're going to smash it second half. I totally agree with you. Emperor's I'm no fan of Arteta here. Good stuff, good stuff. I don't think any of us are. Wayne says, Jonas has a much superior squad to Arteta, always had. No excuse for him only winning League Cups or finishing third. Nowhere near good enough. Jonas must win the league this season. Well, he must win something big, I agree. David says, Jonas has failed to put this team together. He has the quality players, but time will tell. Well, yeah, exactly, time will tell. Yeah, you can't just expect it to happen so straight away. Greg says, I was shocked they even got Arteta in the first place. Well, I think we all were. But anyway, let's see what happens. Miss Pink was in Vancouver. Teams have gone back on the pitch for the warm-up. Yeah, we've just started the second half. Greg says, I've got a bad feeling he's going to play Zins on Wednesday. Yes, have I. Terry says, Miss Pinksot's good to see you again. Hope you've been keeping well. Terry says, me too. Yeah, indeed. Miss Pinksot says, thanks, Terry. I travel for work, but my season is finished now. Just in time. Oh, good stuff. Well, hopefully we'll see you a lot more often in the chat again because we missed you. Of course we have. Anyway, Arsenal in possession now in midfield. We played a minute of the second half. Nothing's happened quite yet. But it's early days, and I'm sure it will. Anyway, Beth's won the ball back there. Lotta Rubenmoy plays it back to Daphne Van Domselaar. No changes at half time, but I'm sure there will be changes around about the 60-minute mark. That tends to be Jonas's time for make changes if necessary. Mariona Caldente finds Leslie Russo, keeps the ball just, finds Leia Cadena, then touches it off to Kyra Cooney cross. Now it's with Lotta Rubenmoy. Gets it forward up that far side. Emily Fox finds Beth Mead. Beth Mead tries to play into Emily Fox again, but she was on toes on her heels a little bit there. So there you go. And it's going to be a goal kick to Everton. And we've played 2 minutes of the second half, which hasn't quite got going yet, but it's still quite early on. Let's not get too panicky yet. There's plenty of time. Anyway, Van Hoovermart up this near side for Everton, who have actually played pretty well. Sometimes, like last week, I said the same about Leicester. We have to sometimes give the opposition credit. You know, teams aren't going to come and just lie down against us anymore like they used to, because the standard has improved. You know, and I still think that the best Arsenal teams from bygone days. Let's take them, for example, the Arsenal team that won the Champions League in 2007, obviously won everything else that season as well. If you was to put that team, even at that time at their peak, into the WSL now, they wouldn't go through the league unbeaten. They might not even win the Champions League because the competition is so much tougher. I mean, yes, they'd have to adapt and improve and stuff, and maybe they would have been able to do that because they were a great team. But you've got to look at the opposition as well, haven't you? You've got to look at the opposition as well. You know, and you could put this current Arsenal team in the WSL in 2007, and they'd have probably won every game. And that's, you know, that's the way it is. Anyway, there's been a little collision here. Leslie Russo, I think it is, who's got a slight injury. So a bit of a collision there with Lucy Hope. Herman says, it takes time to build a strong team. Look at Man City. Exactly, yeah. Herman says, a mighty Manchester United have to rebuild a team. Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's not easy. Football's not easy to win stuff anymore because everybody's better in the men's game, in the women's game. And it's funny, isn't it? Because when Arteta doesn't win anything, everyone says, oh, well, Man City are too good. Man City are too good. The opposition are too good. And yet when Jonas doesn't win the league, it's not, oh, because Chelsea are too good. It's because Jonas isn't good enough. Well, Chelsea are a good team. They've won 7 WSL titles, 7. And that's who we've been up against. The same that Arteta's been up against Man City, who have won 4 league titles in a row. It's the same difference, isn't it? You've got to be almost perfect to beat them teams. It doesn't mean if you're not perfect, you're not very good. What it just means is the other team are just better. Chelsea have been better than us in the last few seasons. I don't think they will be now. Terry says, get Steiner and Rosa on. Well, I think 60 minutes. I'm expecting Steiner on about 60, between 60 and 65. If it's still 0-0, certainly. Rosa might come on a little bit later. Anyway, Frida Marnham now touches the ball off to Katie McCabe into Mariona Caldente. What a lovely little turn that was on the edge of the box. Can she get a shot away? It's Frida Marnham in the box. Oh, she tried to poke a shot in there between the Everton defenders that were closing her down. Couldn't quite get enough on it, and it's gone. The shot got blocked. That was nice nice football from Arsenal there. Greg says, when we get near their penalty area, Everton are hunting in 2s and 3s. Yeah, they are. So what we've got to do then is move the ball a little bit quicker, haven't we, to open that up. It's tough. It is difficult, but that's what we're going to have to do. Anyway, we look to have a little bit more about us at the start of this second half. Katie McCabe plays the ball into Kyra Cooney-Cross. She goes square to Lotta Wuba-Moy. Chips the ball up this near side. It's going to find Mariona Caldente. Goes into Frida Marnham, gets it back. Mariona. Not actually a great touch there, actually, but Katie McCabe can pick it up. Now it's with Leah Cadena. Oh, a nice little idea. It was cut out. Now Kyra Cooney-Cross finds Kim Little, a little bit of space, almost. Not quite. Finds Beth Mead over on that far side. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in. Frida Marnham's underneath it. Oh, and again, Everton just managed to scramble it away. Terry says, Richard, ring Lordy to have a word in Jonas's shoulder. Well, I'm sure he's speaking to him already. He's telling him what to do, I'm sure. Anyway, Arsenal are coming forward again. And Mariana Caldente has done well to win a throw on this near side. In fact, she hasn't won a throw. He's given it to Everton. Not quite sure how that worked. But anyway, Jonas is telling the Everton player Lucy Hope exactly where to take that from, because it is right in front of his technical area. He's got a black coat on today. He normally has his camel coloured coat, doesn't he? Which is quite nice. I've got one like that, which I wear sometimes when I'm trying to impress everybody. Wear a Jonas coat. Anyway, Everton have now won the ball back off Kyra Cooney-Cross, but Katie McCabe's having none of that. Gets it back, and now Kyra's got it back again. And Kim Little now spreads the ball into, let's say, Russo. Sorry, Beth Mead. Now it's back out over on that far side with Emily Fox. Herman says, I do think that Arsenal has top talented players. However, I would never have Miedemar let go at a free transfer. This doesn't help Arsenal, but strengthens. Well, it wasn't really just Arsenal's choice, was it? You know, but anyway, what's done is done. And we've got Mariona Caldente in, and I don't think she's a bad player, actually, is she? So, yeah. Viv was past her best anyway. She's got about 3 goals in like 2 seasons, so don't worry about her. This team's going to be better without her. That's what I say. Anyway, Everton trying to come forward now on that far side. They have looked quite threatening when they have come forward. They're coming forward again. What's the cross like? It's not a bad cross, actually. Falls inside the box, but Arsenal defend that really well. Leah Cadena it was, of course. Who else would it be? Leah Cadena is an absolute monster at the back for Arsenal. What a season she's having. Everton are still in possession now with Justine Van Hoovermark bringing it forward towards halfway. Plays up this near side to Lucy Hope. This is a good play from Everton, actually. They've strung together a couple of good moves now early in this second half. And it's Sari who had that shot in the first half that almost caught out. Daphne made a good save. And surely that's a foul. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. It was Lucy Hope on Kyra Cooney-Cross. Katie McCabe wanted to take it quickly and didn't. And now it's going to be Leah Cadena. LG says, Viv is probably more talented than Mariona, but Mariona is probably better suited to this team. Yeah, I think as well, I think Mariona's going to play more games because Viv always needs a break every few months, don't she? A couple of months, she needs to have breaks and stuff. So I think Mariona will play more games. They're different type of players, aren't they? I think Mariona's a very talented player, actually, really, really talented. Anyway, Kate McCabe now on the edge of the box. Thought about a shot, but then thought better of it. And then Kyra Cooney-Cross plays it out to Lotta Wuba-Moy. We played 54 minutes. Arsenal haven't really created anything in the second half. That's a good ball. Can Kim Little get the cross in? It's a good tackle, actually. A really good tackle on her, and Everton will clear the ball away. And again, that's good defending from Everton. There's not much more we can do when Everton defend like that. You know, it was nice play. Kim Little trying to get a cross in, and then she was just tackled, and it was great. It was a great piece of defending. And that's, it was by Olsen, actually, Caroline Olsen. And now it's a throw to Everton over on that far side. I'm sure Jonas is thinking about the substitutions. LG says Mariona has the work rate that Viv doesn't. Exactly, yeah. I just think Mariona's a great all-round player, isn't she? She's never going to score the same number of goals that Viv scored. Nobody would at her peak. But I have to say she's not been at her best for a while. So anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Frida Minor on the edge of the box. She is likely to get some goals. Finds Mariona Caldente. She's got 2 or 3 players around her. She tries to muscle her way through. In fact, she's managed to keep the ball really well. Then she tried to dink it through to Frida Marlem. Now, Cara Cooney cross, can she get a shot away? Again, there's 3-4 Everton players around every time Arsenal get, as we mentioned before. Every time we get the ball on the edge of Everton penalty, they are flocking around us in 3s and 4s, and we just can't get the ball where it needs to go. Anyway, Cara Cooney cross now plays out this near side, finds Katie McCabe. I think the ball forward wasn't a good ball, actually. It's cleared away quite easily there by Hayashi, the Japanese holding midfield player. It is now a throw, though, to Arsenal, which we've taken. And lots of movement. White plays out to the far side to Emily Fox. Again, Everton defended it well now. Beth Mead got a little bit of space midway inside the Everton half, which is a play to Katie McCabe on this near side. Arsenal still looking for this breakthrough. 56 minutes on the clock. It's not quite time to panic yet, but we need that goal. We need that goal. Beth Mead. Oh, that's nice. Again, though, she's got 3 players around her. Crowded out. Couldn't quite find that space. And now Everton are going to try to launch a counter-attack. Are they going to do what Southampton did yesterday? No, they're not, because they've just lost the ball. Mariona run it back. Great work rate from her, which you just mentioned. She's coming forward again. This is good play. Oh, Beth Mead, that's a terrible ball. She throws her hands up in frustration at herself. And it was good stuff just before that, actually. Definitely Van Domsla's got the ball now. It's not had much to do in this second half so far, has she? Just plays that ball to Kyra Cooney cross. Now it's with Katie McCabe on this near side. And Katie McCabe rolls it back to the goalkeeper, Daphne Van Domselaar. Plays it forward to Kim Little. And also lost the ball. And now Everton looking to try spring a counter-attack. And it's Hayashi again, tries a shot. Good block actually there from Kim Little. Everton still keep possession over on that far side. The cross comes in. Daphne Van Domselaar there. No problem at all. She throws the ball out to Frida Marlem on this near side, plays it forward, looking for Leslie Russo, trying to turn away from Van Hoovermark. She can't manage to do so, but it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Terry says we're playing at too narrow, both wings are empty. Yeah, we know we are. We are a little bit, yeah. But we said that before. It seemed like Beth Mead was playing very central in the first half, so he wasn't looking maybe to get the ball wide as much. Anyway, Leah Cadena now gets the ball up this near side to Katie McCabe. She does play up the line to Mariona. That was a poor ball, actually. A little bit of a weak pass cut out quite easily. And Everton again get possession. The ball's back with goalkeeper Courtney Brosnan. Leslie Russo tried to close her down. Again, Everton have played it out from the back quite well. Now they go long, and that's where they've lost it to Kyra Cooney Cross, who's done really well. Keeps possession well, actually. Finds Kim Little. Threads that ball forward to Frida Marlem. The shot straight into the arms of Courtney Brosnan. And Frida again with the effort. She's looked the most likely to score for Arsenal actually in this game, Frida Marlem. She is, of course, the player in form. She got hold of that shot. It was hit well, but it was too straight. It went straight into the arms of the goalkeeper there. But, yeah, Frida Marlem is looking like she's going to probably be the one to get the goal. It's an Everton throw. And it's Everton actually looking like they're going to make the first substitution. It's going to be Tori Payne to come on, the Nigerian. And Arsenal haven't yet played their hand, or Jonas hasn't yet shown his hand, has he? But Everton are making a substitution now. It's a striker coming on. Greg says that Frida should have passed, that would have been in. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, you understand why she shot, though. And they make the substitution there, and who's gone off? It is Sari's gone off, actually, and it is Tori Payne's coming on. So one sort of attacking player out for another one to come in. Let's see what difference she makes. Loses that first header. Tori Payne and now Lotta Wubamoy Plays the ball forward. It wasn't a good ball, actually. Again, Arsenal, but a little bit sloppy sometimes with some of our passing out. Miss Pinkton says we need 40 on the wing. Well, yeah, we need something. I would be bringing Steiner on me. I would be putting Leslie a little bit deeper, or maybe playing both up front. Give the Everton defence something a bit different to think about, because they've had it a little bit too easy. They've defended well, but they've had it a little bit too easy. Terry says, don't think I've ever said this in my life. Get Mido off and get 4-goal 40 on. Well, maybe that's an option. Anyway, Arsenal got a free kick up this near side. And is it Van Hoovermark there who's gone down injured? Looks like she's winded herself where she was committing that foul on Leslie Russo. But I think what we need to do is we need to get Steiner on, play 2 strikers up front and push Everton back a little bit more. I think they've had it too easy. And I think with 2 strikers, I think it would be a lot better. Anyway, I've got this free kick on this near side. LG says Gareth Taylor is better than Jonas. Well, he clearly isn't, is he? What's he won? With all those great players that he's got. Come on, he's not better, is he? Anyway, Beth Mead with his free kick. Wasn't a great ball again. Very flat. Everton clear it away. It's now with Kyra Cooney cross. He's played well, actually, Kyra. He's crossed because everything else. That's a much better cross, but it's too close to the keeper. And it was a comfortable save there from Courtney Brosnan. And now Arsenal are making 2 changes. It is Fordy and it is Stina Blackstenius who's coming on. And we are going to see a slight change in the front 3. Who's going off, though? Is it going to be Beth? I think it might well be Frida and Leslie would be my guess, but it could be Beth, I suppose. Let's see. But the changes haven't happened yet, but they will be happening very, very shortly. They're in possession at the moment. The long ball by Van Hoovermark up this near side, cut out, making 3 subs. Leah Williams was coming on as well. Anyway, I don't know quite what the change there's about, who she's going to come on for. But anyway, let's see. The ball's still in play, so we're not going to see the substitutions yet. Good to see Leah Williamson back there, won't it? And in that corner, maybe Lotta will be going off. And Emily Fox does well there, finds Lotta, gives it back to Emily Fox. She plays a long ball up that far side. And Russo battling for the ball, but she loses out. Maybe I would take Russo off. Hasn't been her best game today, has it? Terry says, Stina 1-0, just practicing. LG says, Gareth Taylor won the FA Cup and the Conti Cup and plays a quick, intricate and expensive style. Yeah, but does he, though? They bottled the league last season. You know, so he's won 2 cups. Jonas has won 2 cups. Yeah, he's better, is he? And you look at the squad he's got. He's had that same squad for quite a number of years. So, you know, he hasn't had half the injuries that Arsenal have had. And he's done no better than Jonas. And yet you're saying he's better than Jonas. For what reason, I do not know. Anyway, Van Hoovermark plays it back to Courtney Brosnan. Leslie Russo's trying to put her under pressure, but can't manage to get the ball. And now Everton coming forward over on that far side. Still also haven't managed to make them substitute because the ball hasn't gone out of play. But that was a good tackle there. In fact, it's a free kick to Arsenal now. So we can make the substitutions. And that is what we're going to do. So let's see the 3 players going off. We know the 3 players coming on. Well, Emily Fox is going off. Obviously, she needed a rest. She was meant to rest last week, wasn't she? So surely Fordy's not coming up to play left back, is she? Again, surely you'd give Steph Catley a run. Anyway, Emily Fox is going off and Caitlin Fordy's coming on. Is Leslie Russo going off for Stina? I think that's the right decision because I don't think Leslie Russo's played particularly well. And Leah Williamson's coming on. Not quite sure who's going to be coming off for Leah Williamson. We shall see. It is Lotta Ubermoy. So some changes being made. Is that because Jonas is frustrated with the way we've played? Is it thinking ahead to Wednesday night? Of course, a big game in Munich. I think Leah Williamson needs some minutes on the pitch ahead of that game, almost definitely. Ange says Taylor's horrible. He is. Can't stand. I don't think anybody likes him, actually, apart from LG. I can't stand him. I hate him to be manager of Arsenal. In fact, I probably dislike him more than I dislike Arteta. And that's quite difficult to do. So well done, Gareth Taylor. Stina straight away running behind something that Leslie Russo doesn't do enough of. Cross comes in from Beth Mead into the box. Flicked on by Frida Marnham. Stina's looking to put herself about already. She's got the ball inside the box now. Finds Frida. It's going to be the moment. Frida with a shot. Oh. Again, it's too close to the goalkeeper. Comfortable save. Stina's already made a bit of a difference there, hasn't she? It was always going to be difficult to score from there. LG says we're not beating Bayern playing like this. Well, we're not playing like this on Wednesday, are we? We're playing like this now. It'll be a different game on Wednesday. And we don't need to beat them, do we? We will all take a draw away from home in your first Champions League game against the top team in the group. Take a draw. Absolutely, we'll take a draw. It'll be a totally different game now, won't it? Because Bayern Munich aren't going to sit everyone behind the ball because they're at home and they want to beat us. So they're going to play more expansive football, and that might play into our hands a little bit. We'll have a little bit more space to exploit. We played really well in Bayern, didn't we, a couple of years ago? I know we end up losing that game, which is obviously not what we want to do on Wednesday, but it's going to be a totally different game, isn't it? Totally different game. LG says, I feel bad for Mariona. Why would she regret coming to Arsenal after, 5 games? Why? What reason? She's probably sick of playing in that shit league in Spain where they win 10-0 every week. What's the fun in that? Now there's competitive games where you've got to work and fight for everything. So, of course, she prefers it. She doesn't regret it at all. And she'll regret it even less when she's lifting a few trophies this season. Anyway, Everton have got the ball over on that far side. I said the substitutes would be about 65 minutes, didn't I? And they were just about. Anyway, the ball's now back with Courtney Brosnan. Stina put under pressure. Oh, and then Frida as well. And that Frida and Stina relationship is going to always seems to work well, doesn't it? 2 best friends in the team, of course. Anyway, Stina's doing some good work up there on her own at the minute. And Everton still playing it out from the back, but they've just given the ball away. And Caitlin Ford steps in. Look at this great run from Caitlin Ford. Took on a couple of defenders there. Now Mariona. Caitlin Ford's going to get it back again. Mariona's back into what lovely little turn there from Caitlin Ford, and she's won the corner. That was brilliant stuff, that from Caitlin Ford there. Terry says, played fully indeed. Really was good play there from Caitlin Ford, wasn't it? Lovely run as well. And Mariona found her with that pass. And a lovely little turn as well as a corner. Good defending from Lucy Hope, but it is a corner to Arsenal on this near side. Again, it's a short corner. Katie McCabe now plays it out to Kim Little. Now gets it back to Beth Mead, whips in a cross. It's going to be a looping cross. Tries to find Stina. It falls to the edge of the box. Now Arsenal have a Kyra Cooney cross. She got a chance for a shot. Tries to cross it. Maybe she should have had a shot. It's come to Beth Mead. Oh, she tried to thread the ball through there to Frida Marnham. And now suddenly Everton looking for a counter-attack. Leah Williamson was caught out of the pitch. And, it looked as though Katie McCabe had won the ball in, but the referee's given a free kick. LG says Beth should have come off. Well, I don't know. I mean, we need a goal. You want to keep. You're going to take Russo and Leslie off, are you? When you need to score, I think one of them 2 should have come off. He's gone with Leslie, so Stina can play through the centre. I don't think that's a bad decision. And Beth is a player that, however bad she's playing, she still like to pop up with a goal, isn't she? Greg says, I don't agree. Russo has had a bad game. She didn't have any ball played into her. Well, no, she didn't. But I don't think she did enough when she did have the ball. I just don't think her quality was good enough today. And that's why it was the right decision, I think, to take her off. You know, Katie McCabe went into a bit of a tackle there, actually, on the substitutory Payne. And Arsenal won the ball. It's now with Caitlin Ford over on that far side, plays it forward to Stina. Again, she's running in behind that Everton defence. Makes you wonder why maybe she didn't start, but anyway, Leah Williamson plays the ball out to that far side to Caitlin Ford again. Tries to drill a cross in. Did it get a deflection? Don't think it did. I think she was trying to play it off the defender to get a corner. Didn't quite work. We've got 68 minutes. See, now's the time to start worrying a little bit. We don't look as though the goal's coming at this moment in time, do we? So now I'm starting to worry a little bit that this game might slip away from us a little bit. There's still time. We've still got 21 minutes plus stoppage time. I'm not panicking yet, but this is the sort of time where I'm thinking to myself, you know what? We need to step it up a little bit. He's made the substitutions. Let's see if they work. But we need something, and we need something quite soon, because it's going to get, the tension's going to get higher and higher, isn't it? The further on this game goes at 0-0. You know, Everton now trying to come forward up this near side. Good work though for Mariona again to force the mistake. She's been great today, Mariona Caldente. Leah Cadena now finds Leah Williamson. Good to see her back. Missed what, 3 games, has she? Something like that, isn't it? I mean, it's a long concussion protocol, that, wasn't it? Anyway, Kyra Cooney-Cross plays the ball back again to Daphne Van Domselaar. Oh, again, that wasn't a great clearance, actually. And Everton now looking to come forward, but Arsenal won the ball back. Kim Little takes possession, finds Katie McCabe, plays it forward now to Frida Marnham. That's with Mariona Caldente on this near side. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? Mariona's having a little run at the Everton defence, and she's won a corner again for Arsenal. Is this going to be the moment now for Arsenal to get the lead? Terry says, come on, you go. It is better. It is better. Can we get a goal, though? Arsenal got some more subs warming up. It's a corner. Beth Mead's going to take it. Hopefully she goes long into the box. She does. It's not a bad corner. Oh, good hands there by the goalkeeper, actually. Leah Cadena was coming in. Leah Williamson was coming in, but the goalkeeper did well. LG says, Bayer must be licking their lips watching this. Why would they be? Why would they be? It's a totally different game. They know they're going to have a game on Wednesday. They know it's going to be a difficult game for them. And they know they're going to have to play well to win. LG says, we miss Palova. Absolutely, we miss Palova. Yeah, I thought she was our best player last season, Vicky Palova. You know, Everton giving the ball away to Caitlin Ford. Kim Little takes over, finds Kyra Cooney-Cross. You suddenly feel as though Arsenal is just stepping up a little bit more urgency in that final third now, which is what we need. Is it going to be enough to find this goal? We've got 18 and a half minutes to play. Leah Williamson's ball into the box looking for Stina. It's heading away. Kyra Cooney-Cross finds Katie McCabe now. It's with Beth Mead now on this near side. Beth Mead thought about a little dink cross, but instead finds Katie McCabe again. Now it's gone back to Leah Cadena, and Arsenal knocking on the door. Haven't managed to blow it down yet. You know, this ball out this near side. Beth Mead. What's the cross like towards the far post? Gets an Everton head there. Kim Little comes in with a header. Can Frida get there? Chips it back into the 6-yard box, but it's gone behind for a goal kick. And again, Arsenal can't quite get the final touch. Miss Pinksock says a goal is coming. I do hope you're right. I hope you're right. I really do. But time is ticking. And it is a goal kick to Everton. So we're just getting to that point in the game now, aren't we, where you think to yourself, come on, we need a goal, and we need a goal soon. But let's see. Van Hoven might up this near side, but it wasn't a great ball, actually. Kate McCabe easily cut that out. Finds Leah Cadena. Looking for a bit of movement ahead of her there. Not really able to find it. Got the ball again now, Leah Cadena. Finds Kate McCabe on this near side. Plays it back to Daphne Van Domselaar. And Arsenal trying to build an attack over on that far side with Caitlin Ford. She's done well actually since she's come on, Caitlin Ford. She has done really well. And let's hope it's going to be one of the substitutes maybe that can produce this this result for us. Anyway, it's Beth Mead now on his near side. It's just going to be the moment. Beth Mead goes around the outside. What's the cross like? Pulls it back to the edge of the box. Oh, it came to Mariona Caldente. She wanted too much time. She couldn't quite get it, and the ball's cleared away. Arsenal back in possession again now with Leah Cadena. And Arsenal just can't quite get this breakthrough yet. You do feel as though it's going to come soon over on that far side. The cross comes in. It's not a bad cross again. Oh, it's a bad mistake at the back. Frida Marnham inside the box. That's with Beth Mead. Lays it off to Kyra Cooney. Cross on Arsenal. Maybe trying too much there. We've still got the ball. It's a cross from Katie McKay towards the far post. It went over Stina's head. It's gone behind for a goal kick. And it's just not quite happening, is it, for Arsenal at the moment? Just not quite happening. And it's frustration. El Loco says, clearly Jonas isn't getting the best out of this team. If a team packed full of international players struggling to win games and the manager isn't good enough, he's average. Well, it doesn't matter if you struggle to win games. Everybody struggles to win games at times, don't they? Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again now. Played into the box. Stina tries to lay it off to Beth Mead. Beth's done well, actually, to close the ball down. Mariona Caldente is going to pick that up. And Caitlin Ford finds Mariona again. That's back with Caitlin Ford again. And Mariona have linked up well over on that far side. Kim Little. Again, Mariona trying to dictate the play. She tried to thread it forward to Caitlin Ford. Took too long. And I think there's a little difference there where I think sometimes Mariona still thinks she's playing in the Spanish league. She thinks she's got a little bit more time that she can just take that extra little bit of time. And in the WSL, you don't get that. And I think she just needs to adjust a little bit to that. And then I'm sure she'll be fine. But yeah, let's see. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again now. Kyra Cooney cross finds Beth Mead on this near side. Suddenly Beth comes to life on this left-hand side. Is she going to be the one to score that goal? Played into Katie McCabe on the edge of the penalty. Katie McCabe shot out, hit an Everton defender. Could well have been going in. And that sums up Arsenal's luck today so far. Leia Cadena coming forward now finds Katie McCabe again. She tells Beth Mead to go off down this near side. Beth plays it back into Leia Cadena again. Chips the ball forward. Oh, Stina was almost in. Defender got ahead to it. It's going to go behind for another corner. Miss Pink Sock says Walty coming on. For Kyra, you would assume then, we've got this corner. I'm sure we're going to take this corner first. We've got 76 minutes on the clock. In fact, Steph Catley's coming on as well. So Steph Catley is coming on for Katie McCabe, which makes sense. Katie done all right today, didn't she? Good to have Steph Catley back. And Leah Volti's coming on. You imagine it's going to be for Kyra. It is for Kyra. And I thought she had a good game today, Kyra. Thought she played well. And now Leah Volti's coming on. Terry says, 1 goal, Wolsey. Well, 1 goal will do. And Miss Pinksock says, Steffi, indeed. Herman says, I would like it if Arsenal would make a stand-in at body women like the men's team as well. It's sort of on the same app, isn't it? But it's not very good. Anyway, this corner comes in from Beth Mead towards the near post. Another poor corner, actually. Really poor corner that was. And it's going off. It's going to be a goal kick now. We've got 12 and a half minutes to play here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Everton 0. Starting to get a little bit frustrating, isn't it? It's starting to get a little bit frustrating. But let's see what happens in these final few moments here. Arsenal again trying to win the ball high up the pitch. It's gone for a throw now on this near side to Arsenal. Can we find this goal? Can we find this goal, please? LG says Rosa is getting a one-weary treatment. Well, a little bit, I suppose, yeah. Makes you wonder when we need a goal. But anyway, she still might come on. Leah Williamson now on halfway for Arsenal. Threads the ball forward. Again, it's cut out by Everton, who have worked so hard, you have to say. I thought they might have run out of steam a little bit in the second half, but they haven't. El Loco says, in my opinion, Beth Mead has gone off since girlfriend Miedemeier left. Maybe she wants to be sold off to Manchester as well to rediscover her game. And there's a cross here from Caitlin Ford. It's another corner to Arsenal. All our strikers are not scoring, and that's a problem. No, you're right. Our strikers aren't really scoring, are they? Leslie's not scoring. Stina's not scored yet. The goals have been coming from Frida Marnham mainly, haven't they? Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal on that far side. Steph Catley is going to take it. Miss Pinksock says so many corners indeed, and so poor deliveries as well for most of them. But Steph's on this one. Her delivery is generally really good, isn't it? She's got a left foot That is pretty good generally, isn't it, Steph Catley? Let's see what this corner's like. It's not bad at all, but it's headed out of the near post again by Everton. Steph Catley's trying to get back in on it there over on that far side. And Everton have offered no attacking threat at all in this second half. And it's just a matter of if and when Arsenal can get that goal. Leo Volti now, our first touch since coming on, plays the ball up this near side to Mariona. Caldente switch sides again with Beth Mead, goes around the outside, has her shirt pulled. I'm sure that's got to be a free kick now, ref. You've got to bring that back for the free kick. You can't give a throw. That's got to be a free kick because she pulled her shirt back. You've let that go 3 or 4 times. Oh, it is a free kick. Well done, ref. See, that's better, referee, and a yellow card this time. Exactly, that's better, ref. Well done. Gregory says, so many corners with no result. Terry says, good ref. And that was, yeah. That's what she had to do. It was Heather Payne with the pullback and the yellow card. And Arsenal going to take this free kick. Mariona Caldente. We're into the last 10 minutes. Are Arsenal going to find a goal? Mariona Caldente with a free kick towards the near post. It's a good ball. Is it going to be free to get on the end of it again? It's there. Oh, it's blocked. In fact, I think the referee has already blown a whistle. And another chance goes begging for Arsenal there. I'm not quite sure what the problem was. It wasn't offside. Lovely little ball there from Mariona. And it almost fell to Frida. Was it a handball? Is that what they were saying? It came off her hand anyway. The shot was blocked. And it's going to be a free kick to Everton. Oh, is it a goal kick? Anyway, they're not in no rush to take it. 9 minutes to play. And Everton are now making a substitution. It's going to be Emma Bissell's coming on. El Loco says, unlike the men's side, you struggle to see what is Jonas's style. I suspect this level is too big for Jonas. He is hit and miss, and I suspect that was what. Well, I don't know. I think there was lots of issues with Viv, to be honest with you. But anyway, Everton have taken that goal kick short, and the Mariona's won that ball back, and now Arsenal looking here with Frida Minor on the edge of the box, finds Stina Blackstenius, plays it square on that far side to Beth Mead. Suddenly Arsenal looking for that breakthrough there. Beth still in possession, finds Steph Catley on this near side, finds Mariona Caldente. Can she get the cross in? She comes into the penalty. She's going to try a shot there. It comes deflected into the arms of the goalkeeper there, and that is kind of sums up this game today for Arsenal. Massive, massive frustration. Mariana actually did well there. Got onto her right foot, and she was trying to, I don't know if she was trying to actually curl a cross in towards that far post. It got deflected and straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Greg says, waited too long to shoot. A little bit, yeah. This time Everton go long up this near side. Steph Catley half wins that challenge. And Everton pick up possession again. The ball play square now to Van Hoovermaat. Steph Catley wins it back there. Now Arsenal can try and launch a counter attack with Mariona Caldente. Comes in field. Shows good strength there to hold off the challenge of the substitute Bissell. That's a nice ball forward. Or Beth Mead just tried to flick it round to Caitlin Ford. Had it taken off, and now Everton are in behind. It's Tori Payne. Can she get the cross in? But Leah Williamson says, no, you can't, because I'm going to take that ball off you. And Leah Williamson does really well. And now Arsenal can get the ball to Caitlin Ford. Plays it forward to Stina Blackstenius, does well. Holds it up and then just loses out. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. LG says, I agree with El Loco. There is no style of play under this manager. The job is too big for me. It's too big for him. Rosengard is his level. Well, we'll see. At least he had a job before, unlike the men's team's manager. Terry says, well played, Leah Williams. Exactly, it was a great play, wasn't it? From Leah's in possession again. Plays a ball forward. That's not a great ball, actually. Looking for Mariona, who's cut out and over and can pick up possession again. We're into the last 6 minutes of normal time. Leah Volti now picks up possession for Arsenal. Mariona on this near side. Oh, that was a poor ball, actually, there. In fact, what's the referee given? Free kick to Arsenal. Not quite sure what that was about. Gregory says a tie would be a huge win for Everton. Well, it's not really a win, is it? Nick says time to win this. It is time to win it, and let's win it now. We've got a few late goals, haven't we, at the Emirates in recent years. Let's see if we can find one now. Yeah, Williamson plays up that far side. Caitlin Ford. Yeah, Williamson again. Finds Kim Little. Plays it square to Leah Volti. That's a good ball up this near side. Finds Mariona. Now it's with Steph Catley. Can she get the cross in? Steph Catley does get a cross in again. Everton heads there. You have to say they have defended well. Have we done enough? No, probably not. But Everton defended well. Frida Mara now in the box. Shot on the turn. Again, it hits an Everton defender. That looked like it was going in. There's a couple of efforts like that. El Loco says, we really miss Viv and Lacasse, two very instinctive strikers who both shoot first and ask questions later. Well, yes, I suppose so. But even they would have struggled against this Everton team today, who defended really well. Now Arsenal win on the edge of the box. A shot comes in. Again, it's an Everton deflection. Blocks the ball. They have defended so well in this game. Mariona now looking to try and open up his defence. Leah Volti chips it in towards Stina, and she tried to just lay it off. Didn't quite get enough on it there. And we're into the last 5 minutes. And we're looking for the goal. That will turn 1 point into 3. Are we going to find it? Is there still enough time for us to get the goal? There is. But can we do it? That is the question. Anyway, Courtney Brosnan, the Everton goalkeeper, is going to take this goal kick. Goes long this time. Playing out from the back stop now, isn't it? With the pressure suddenly on. Time's running out. They can't afford any mistakes at the back, Everton. And it's a throw to Everton over on that far side. It's thrown up line, but Leah Williamson's there. Should be able to deal with this without too many problems. Leah Williamson. And she does, and she wins the throw. Is it a free kick? Not sure what the referee's given there. Anyway, it's a free kick. Leah Williamson takes it, finds Leia Cadena, gets it back. Leah Williamson into the last 3 minutes of normal time. We need a bit of inspiration, a moment of magic from somebody. Maybe Caitlin Ford plays that ball forward. It wasn't quite going to find Stina, was it? Beth Mead's battling away over on that far side. Now Leah Williamson's in. That's a nice little ball to Leah Volti. Changes the direction of the play and gets it out to the far side to Beth Mead. Just touches it off. Now it's with Leah Williamson again. Now Leia Cadena. 3 minutes left here at the Emirates. Can Arsenal find a goal? Oh, that's a terrible touch actually from Mariona. It was a tired touch. She has worked so hard, but she's worked hard again to win it back. Look at that. Brilliant. That's what world-class players do. They lose the ball, make a mistake and win it back. And that's what she did. Now she's won a free kick. We've got Gunnar for life with us. Sorry, he says, "Hi, it's long time no see. Hope everything's good with you. Come on, you Gunnar. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. It has been a long time. I don't know where you've been hiding." El Loco says, "Where have you been, Herman? Palova had ACL in the summer, and he's on long-term recovery." Yes, she is, unfortunately, because Herman was asking if Palova was injured. Yes, indeed, she is. And Olsen's going off for Hobson. And we know what Hobson did last year, don't we? She got a very late goal in the game away. A last-minute equaliser it was in that particular game for Everton. Now she's going to have to do some defending into the last 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Leah Williamson bringing the ball forward. Is it going to be another day of frustration for Arsenal, or can we find the goal? Again, still defending really well. Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Done really well, Caitlin Ford. But again, there's another Everton defender across. And Everton you have to say Everton have defended so well in this game. And sometimes you have to hold your hands up, but we need to do better. We've needed to do better. Anyway, Leah Williamson is going to line up across. She puts a cross in, looking for Beth Mead at the near post again. Everton defenders there. And they will be absolutely delighted with this if they can hang on for this draw. Anyway, Leah Walty now. Arsenal still pressing and pressing. Now a little bit of space in the box for Frida. Again, she's closed down quickly. And whenever it looks like there's some space, it's just the door has just been shut straight away, hasn't it? Anyway, good defending there from Leia Cadena as Everton looking for a counter attack. Anyway, Lacadena again now, bringing the ball forward, finds Leah Williamson over on that far side. Arsenal looking for the breakthrough. That wasn't a great ball from Beth, but she has picked it up again. Now we're looking to find some space. Steph Catley's gone on a run up this near side. Mariona's now going to cut in field, finds Frida Mar, a little bit of space on the edge of the box now. It's with Leah Volti. Now Steph Catley, can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. It's not a bad cross either. It's going to fall all the way to Caitlin Ford on the far post. Cuts a shot like, oh, it's hit the crossbar. Is it going to be put in on the rebound? No, it's not. Oh, we've hit the crossbar again in this game. I think the keeper got a touch on that. And Leah Williamson finds Caitlin Ford again. It was almost Caitlin Ford with the goal. And it will look like a handball, actually. But anyway, Everton have got a counter-attack on. Terry says 4 minutes. It is indeed 4 minutes of stoppage time. And Arsenal working hard to win the ball back, which we do. And Mariona's going to chip a ball forward up this near side, looking for Stina. The angle's quite tight. She's going to have to maybe try and get it into the box. She's done well. Stina plays it back to Leah Volti. Now there's a little bit of space here for Mariona on this near side. 2 Everton players go to close her down. The cross comes in. Header comes in. It's over the top. It's gone wide, I think, that time. And I think it might have been Stina with the header. And they're just showing Caitlin Ford's effort just before. She did well to control that shot. Did the goalie touch it onto the crossbar? Did it just hit the crossbar? I'm not sure. But anyway, it didn't go in. It didn't go in. And it's another goal kick. We've played 1 minute of the 4 of stoppage time. It's going to be very late if we're going to win this game. It is going to be very, very late. Can we do it? Can we find the goal? Steen's batting away for the ball there in midfield. We need her further up the pitch, really, but we haven't got the ball yet. But we might have now. Yes, we have. Kim Little comes away with it. Finds Steph Catley on his near side. She's had a really good impact since she's come on, Steph. Good to see her back. Touches that ball in field again to Leah Volti. Now it's with Leah Williamson. We're trying to stretch the play. That's played into Beth Mead. Touches it off to Kim Little. Tries to play it through again to Beth Mead. And again, there's never a defender in the way. They can't get the ball cleared. Not even trying anymore. Leah Williamson is going to put the cross back in again towards the penalty. Again, it's just a clearance anywhere from Everton. They're just not bothered. Just get the ball away. They're hanging on grimly here for this point. If they're going to get it, Leah Williamson plays the ball square to Leah Cadena. Now it's with Mariona on this near side. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. It comes off an Arsenal head. Stina's in there. Can she get a touch on it? No, she can't. The goalkeeper's there. And she's done well there, Courtney Brosnan. The cross from Mariona again was a decent ball. Actually, it was flicked on. Was it Caitlin Ford? And Stina couldn't quite get round it. Good defending again by Van Hoevermaat. And we have played 2 minutes of the 4. And the Everton goalkeeper is going to go long. And Arsenal pick that ball up. We will get at least one more chance, you feel. Is it going to be this moment here? Getting forward, coming forward. She's got Beth Mead outside her. The ball's a little bit too long. It's a good cross, actually. Stina's header. Oh, over the top. Over the top. El Loco says, if we can't beat Everton, I dread to think what happens to us against Bayern in midweek. I'm trembling. No, there's going to be a different game, isn't it? Because Bayern are going to come out to play football. And it's not going to be like this, is it? It's not going to be 10 players behind the ball all the time. It'll be a totally different game. But obviously, we're going to have to do a little bit better when we get our chances than we have today. I don't know what's going on here. There's the goal. He was just about to take the goal kick. And is the play being stopped? Is there an injury? Oh, she's been given a yellow card for time wasting. The Everton goalkeeper. That's quite funny. Anyway, the goal kick was picked up again by Arsenal. Are we going to get one final chance to win it? Everton look very tired now. Here comes Frida Marnham on this near side. She's got a runner outside. It chips the ball into the box. It hits an Everton player. And Arsenal trying to win the second ball. We have done here. We're gonna have to get it into the box quickly. Anyway, Everton now looking for a breakaway. We're not going to get it. In fact, it's a free kick, is it, to Everton? And we've played the 4 minutes of stoppage time, and I think that's it. I think that is it. And it looks like Everton, despite being dead on their feet, are going to hang on. for this point, which is a big frustration for Arsenal. That'll be 2 draws in 3 games. And that's gone straight out. Is there going to be time for one more attack for Arsenal? Steph Catley, the referee's probably going to add on time for that time wasting by the goalkeeper there, because she did book her, so obviously she was taking that seriously. Oh, that's a poor ball from Leah Cadena. All but suddenly the bounce has fallen for Beth Mead. We are going to get one more chance. Is Caitlin Ford over on the far side? Is it going to be it? Puts the cross into the box. Oh, Van Hoovermark's there with a header away. And I think that might be that. Wasn't a bad cross from Caitlin Ford, but it wasn't ever going to be enough. In fact, there goes at the full-time whistle. It has finished here. Arsenal 0, Everton 0. And Everton's 500-player defence could not be breached, despite 1 or 2 chances there in that second half. The goalkeeper played quite well. We hit the woodwork twice. Just wasn't quite meant to be, was it? Terry says, bad result today. Ange B says, not so good. A massive match for Everton. LG says, title is gone and we've only just played 3 games. How can you say the title's gone after 3 games? Everyone's going to drop points. We've drawn with Man City, which, you know, isn't a bad result. We've won away from home. Yes, okay, today you should be beating Everton at home. There's no doubt about that. But every team's going to suffer the odd shock result. And, you know, Chelsea will. They'll drop points against teams they would expect to beat. Man City will. It's certainly not over. We still haven't lost. El Loco says, this team lacks direction, and that comes from the manager. A side packed of internationals shouldn't be struggling so bad. Miss Pinchot says Frida was knocking. She was. It was just one of them days today, wasn't it? It just wasn't going to go in. It just was not going to go in for us today, unfortunately. And yes, was the quality there always in that final third? No, probably not. And we certainly didn't do enough. But you have to give Everton credit. Their defending today was really, really good. You know, they've got everyone behind the ball. They worked so hard. They denied us the spaces. And, you know, every time we got any space for a second, it was quickly closed down. And in the end, we wasn't quite able to get the goal. Some of our shooting wasn't great either, was it? Terry says, we need to go for the throat from the start. Wasted the first half with fancy football, but going nowhere with it. Indeed, yeah, we did. And Daphne made that great save, didn't she, in the first half, which actually meant we didn't lose this game, which could easily have happened. After 3 games in, 5 points. Is that enough? Not really. Could it be better? Absolutely. It could be worse. We came from behind against Man City to get a draw. We managed to beat Leicester away when we could easily have dropped points. Yes, today we should have won. There's no doubt. There was only one team trying to win that game, and it was us. Everton in that second half hardly got over the halfway line, did they? Everyone behind the ball. Yes, difficult. A difficult game. Drop points, frustration, and just wouldn't quite go in today, would it? It just would not quite go in. But I thought in the second half we certainly had a lot of chances, didn't we? You know, just Everton just managed to get the way in. LG says we were complacent for much of the game. We only had a sense of urgency in the last minutes. Well, no, I don't think we're complacent at all. I don't think we're complacent. I thought we took the game to Everton all the way through. We just wasn't able to take the chances when they came. And you know, you have to give Everton credit. They came here with a job to do. They've done their job really, really well, and it just wasn't meant to be for us today. But you know, we're still unbeaten. We've got a big game Wednesday, of course, and another big game next Saturday. You know, I would say, you know, you said the title's gone. I think if we lose to Chelsea next week, it's gone. I would agree with that. If we beat Chelsea, absolutely hasn't gone. We're well in there, aren't we? We're well in there. El Loco says maybe Jonas needs to spend some time with Arteta. The men's side is built on scoring first and going for the throat. No messing around in the first half, unlike Jonas. Well, you didn't watch yesterday's game then against Southampton. In the messing around in that first half, backwards, sideways, 80% possession, 1 shot on target. You didn't watch that? Oh, I'm sorry, I did. LG says we lost to Birmingham, West Ham, Villa, Spurs, and Liverpool under this manager. Yeah, we have, yeah, and we've also won 2 cups, reached the Champions League semi-final. Anyway, we've drawn the game today. It's finished 0-0 against Everton. It wasn't great. Did we play well? We played okay. Did we play well enough? No, obviously not. We didn't win the game. it's only 3 games into the season. We've got the Champions League starting this week. Let's not get over. Let's not overanalyze everything. We should have won today, and had we won today, then none of this is a conversation, is it? We've obviously got some big games coming up now, haven't we? You know, we've got some really big games coming up, and we've got to do better. And I'm sure we will. And see you all soon. Yep, see you later, and good to see you. Thanks for joining us again. We will see you very, very soon. But yeah, I mean, obviously that wasn't it wasn't what we wanted today, was it at all? But you know, it is what it is, and we just need to do better going forward, don't we? Megan says, this just wasn't our best. Some sloppy passes, just not good enough. Everton did have some good defending to their credit. Exactly, they did, yeah. And I think sometimes you've got to give the opposition credit. You know, yes, we needed to play better, but that's football. Nobody plays their best game every single week. You know, it doesn't happen. Everybody will drop points. Everybody will have poor games, and we've had one today. We can't afford too many more. We need to get our form back. We need to start winning games, and I'm sure we will. But anyway, Miss Pink Sock says, thanks, Richard. See you guys. Yep, see you soon. Thank you for joining us again. Good to see you back. Hopefully you'll join us Wednesday if you can. We are back Wednesday. Of course we are, for the Bayern Munich game. It starts at 5:45 for some unknown reason, so I'm going to struggle. Well, I won't make kickoff. I don't know we're getting from work till 5:45, but we'll see. And then, of course, Thursday it's the Arsenal Women show at 7:45. And then, of course, next Saturday, Arsenal Women versus Chelsea. Well, we're definitely going to need to play better then, aren't we? Megan says, definitely can't afford many more like this. No, absolutely we can't. Terry says, we need Steiner on from the start and get the ball in the box much quicker. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I do feel as though the Russo and Steiner situation is becoming a bit of an issue. They can both play together, and sometimes we need to play them both together. Maybe in a game like that, when they've got 5 million defenders, play 2 strikers and go for it. That's what sometimes you have to do. And maybe Jonas doesn't want to take that risk too early in a game. In fact, he didn't take it at all today because he took Leslie off, didn't he, when he brought Steiner on? But anyway, El Loco says maybe Jonas's target this season is also Conti Cup again. Well, I mean, let's win. That's the first trophy, isn't it? Let's win it. And hopefully we'll still be in a chance of winning some others after that as well. But let's see. We'll have to see, won't we? LG says it's so bad to the point where rival fans want Jonas to stay. Well, I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they're not really bothered either way. But, you know, we're unbeaten in the league. We're in the Champions League group stage. It's not been a disastrous start. It hasn't been a great start, and only 3 goals in 3 games in the WSL is a worry with the attacking talent that we've got. That's something we need to improve. Absolutely, 100%. We need to improve it. Defensively, we've been much better so far this season. Even in the European qualifying games, we're not conceding as many daft goals as we were. So I think that's a positive. And yeah, I mean, we've been the 2 goals we conceded in the WSL this season, the 2 against Man City. One was a deflection when a shot was going at the corner flag, and the second one was, okay, it was a worldy strike winning off the underside of the bar. So, you know, we've defended much better. Greg says, I know you love Steiner, but I'd never put her on in front of Russo. Russo offers a lot more. She does, but you saw today, as soon as Steiner came on, she was getting in behind that Everton defence, making those runs wide and getting in by. Russo doesn't do that enough. She brings a lot to the team. I'm not saying she doesn't. I would start both of them. In a game like Everton, who are going to defend deep, start both of them. Leslie can drop a little bit deeper, Steiner can run in behind. That's what we needed to do. Ashraf says there, as long as that Swede is still at Arsenal, we are still crying. Well, I disagree. Megan says, I think with this roster, you really want to see a stronger start. But yes, a better start last season. Exactly, yeah. After last season, after 3 games, we had, how many points were we after 3 games? 4. We've got 5 this season. So it's not much better, but it is better, I suppose. LG says 1 win and 2 draws, and both draws were at home. The 1 draw was against Man City, who you just before said Gareth Taylor's a much better manager than Jonas. So getting a draw at home is a great result, isn't it, for us against Man City? We won away from home, which is always tough. And then, okay, today I agree, we needed to win that game. We should have won that game, and we didn't. But that's one game out of the three where we haven't got the result that we maybe should have got. So everybody's going to suffer games like that. Man City they'll draw a game at home they should win. Chelsea will, because they do every season. It's just the season's over 22 games in WSL. It's not over one game or two games or even three games, because I still think we're lacking a world-class playmaker. Yeah, see, I would like to see Mariona playing more centrally. I think she's almost wasted out wide. She's playing well, but I would like to see her play more centrally because I think she'd be more dangerous here personally. But yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, I think there'll be some changes for Wednesday. There'll definitely be some changes for the Chelsea game next week. And let's see, if we beat Chelsea again at the Emirates, then it throws it wide open, doesn't it? So let's see what happens there. Herman says lots of games to play. So to come up with exactly, yeah, lots of games to play. And I say we've got Chelsea next week. It's in our hands. Let's beat them. Beat them at home. Brilliant. And we're rocking, aren't we? We are rocking then if we beat Chelsea. So yes, today's disappointing, but it's gone. We've got a point. Should have been 3. And we got a Bayern Munich on Wednesday and try and get a result there as well before we play Chelsea. So yeah, it's disappointing. I'm as frustrated as everybody else, but I'm just trying to keep a little bit of perspective with it all. We need to be better. Of course we do. We need to improve. LG says, can you please explain to me why you think Jonas is the guy? Don't talk about the Conti Cup nonsense because I'm not buying it. Well, I just think that he's in the 3 seasons that he's been there, the 3 complete seasons that he's been there. I think he's done enough to warrant being given a bit more time. I think that he's won the 2 trophies, yes, which is great. He's got us to a Champions League semi-final and a quarter-final. He's got to an FA Cup final, and he's took the league title to the last game. And all this is in 3 seasons. And I think when you look at it like that those 3 seasons, the outcome of those 3 seasons and what's happened in those seasons has actually been okay. And is it enough? No, it's not enough. But it's enough for me to allow him more time. Bearing in mind the injuries that we had, we've basically lost Beth and we lost Viv for pretty much 3/4 of a season. In fact, it took them a lot longer to get their form back. Viv never did. Beth's still hit and miss. Leah was out for a year as well. So I think that you've got to take that into account as well. And with all of those circumstances, I can see that he's done enough to warrant more time. If at the end of this season we haven't made that next step forward, then I would agree with you and say he's had his time, didn't quite work. And fair enough. See you later, mate. That's not a problem. I've got no particular affinity to any individual manager or even any individual player. Players come and go, managers come and go. I just want to see the team doing the best they can. But I like to give everybody a fair crack. And I think Jonas deserves at least this season to see if he can do it. And if he can't, and we don't progress and we don't win something bigger than the Conti Cup, then I would agree. I would agree with you. Then we'll get rid of him then. That's fine. At this moment in time, I think he's done enough to deserve this season. And that's it. LG says, and he got knocked out by Paris FC in the Champions League qualifiers, don't forget. Yeah, no, he also lost to Burnham. Yeah, he did. But I mean, Chelsea lost to Reading. So should they have got rid of Emma Hayes because they lost to Reading that same season? No, because freak results happen in football. And it does happen. It can happen. It did happen on that particular occasion. It's happened to other teams as well. And yes, we lost to Paris, and that was a terrible, terrible result, and it affected the whole of last season in the end, didn't it? But I say, Jonas has done enough to deserve this season. He's done enough to deserve this season, and then we'll see where we are at the end of the season, and then we'll see. Greg says we still haven't lost, which is important. Every team is going to drop points. Yeah, exactly. They are, because every team's better. El Loco says Russo is a hard worker, but also one-dimensional. That means he's easy to defend against. Viv and Lacasse were very unpredictable, which is a hallmark of great striker. Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Actually, I do think Russo is a little bit one-dimensional. I think she brings a lot to the team, but yes, and that's why I think her and Stina work well, because Stina gives the other side of it that Russo doesn't. And I kind of think that's why we need them both playing. Terry says, let's be fair, we should have had enough on that pitch today to have won this game comfortably, but you have to give credit to it. I agree with that as well, yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, we know today is frustrating. Of course it has. LG says he has done their fault to me. I'm sorry. No, that's fair enough. That's how you feel, mate, and that's absolutely fine. And you know, I understand that. But from my point of view, I just feel he deserves this season. He deserves an opportunity this season to see if he can do it. I think he's earned that from what's happened in the previous couple of seasons with the cup wins, with other things that he's done that I've said before. So, but this is it. This is the season now. And the same with Arteta. Arteta's got to win something this season for the men. All right, it's bye-bye to him. He won't go. But for me, he should have gone before anyway. But this is the season. This season for both teams, there's got to be some big trophies landing. It's got to be. No more excuses. No more, oh, well, we did well. We were close. No more of that. Both of them have got to win something big this season. If they don't, they shouldn't be in next season, either of them. So I will agree with you. But I just feel he deserves one more season, Jonas. Let's see. This is it. This is it now. This season is it. But let's see. If we win our next 2 games, I'm sure we'll all be prepared to give him a little bit more time, won't we? Never underestimate the competition, says Herman. And you're right, of course. I don't think we underestimated them today. They just defended really, really well. Sometimes when you come up against a team that defends like that, but there's nothing you can do. You just have to say, look, fair enough, you defended well. We wasn't quite able to break you down. And it happens. And it will happen to other teams as well. If Everton defend like that against Chelsea, if they defend like that against Man City, they can get points off them as well. We just got to hope that they do, haven't we, really? And there you go. But yeah, frustrating, absolutely frustrating. I feel as frustrated as everybody. I thought we'd win today. It's incredible to me that we didn't, but we haven't. We've drawn the game and we have to quickly put it behind us and move on to Wednesday. Terry says, if they ain't going to kick Arteta out for winning nothing, what makes you think Jonas will go? No, well, exactly. I mean, I would give him this season anyway, and then I would be looking at moving him on if we haven't done it this season. But yeah, but I would have moved Arteta on 3 years ago. Absolutely. He's the luckiest manager there is. Anyway, that is that. It was a frustrating game. We've got to draw. Should have won. We didn't. We've got to improve, but that's football. Right. Okay. That's that. So I say thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for all your comments as well. Yeah, we disagree about certain things. Some of us, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. I've got no problem at all. No one has to agree with everybody. It'd be a boring world if we all just agreed with everybody, wouldn't it? And just said, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. No, it's nice to have discussions and debates, and that's fine. And we like that. That's not a problem at all. So that's good. Herman says goodbye all, thanks for this. No problem, my friend, thank you for joining us. I say we're back Wednesday for the Bayern Munich game. We might miss the first 5-10 minutes, but we'll be here as soon as we can for that one, so join me for that. Thursday, the Arsenal Women's Show, 7:45. That is going to be a good one. Lots to discuss, of course. This game, the Bayern Munich game, we're looking ahead to Chelsea, and of course Saturday we'll be here, of course we will, for the Chelsea game. It's going to be good. LG says Russo, Steiner are good but not elite, world class. Both of them have gaps in their game. Maybe you're right. They're better off playing with each other to compensate each other's. But that's what I think. Yeah, not so much just compensate each other weaknesses, just to give us a double threat rather than just like was mentioned before, a one-dimensional threat. That maybe they both are a little bit one-dimensional. Greg says only 4 trophies can be won each season, and we've got one in the last 2 seasons. Not exactly, and I can't agree with you. Terry says, great show again, Richard. Have a great rest of your weekend. Come on, you go, girls. Indeed, yeah. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Give us a like before you go. Of course, I will see you Wednesday for the Bayern Munich game. Watch out for Andreas's vlog of today, which could be quite interesting, couldn't it? That will be probably on the channel tomorrow. I'll have to edit that tomorrow evening, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, look out for that. That's going to be good. And of course, Wednesday, Bayern Munich. Thursday, the Arsenal Women's Show. Saturday, Arsenal v Chelsea. Oh, what a week. Come on, it's going to get better, isn't it? It's had a bad start today, but it's going to get better, isn't it? LG says, at least we finally agreed. Listen, my friend, we agree on lots of things, I'm sure. And I'm sure as the season goes on, we'll agree on a lot more as well. But it's always great to have you with us. I've got to have all of you with us. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining in with your comments and stuff. Fantastic as always. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Obviously, it's going to be better now the rest of this evening after watching that game, isn't it? You know, nothing's going to be any worse than that, is it? Let's be totally honest. Terry says, good night, Greg. LG all in the chat. Hit a like before you go. See you soon. Palace won the luck, fantastic. El Loco says, I thought Arsenal would have bought Liverpool's Leanne Kiernan. She's a terrific runner, winger who stretches defence. We only got Ford as a proper winger. Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah, Beth's not really a winger, is she either? So you're right. Anyway, I say thanks to you guys. I will see you on Wednesday. Come on, you guys. It was frustrating, but it's finished now. Let's move on. Let's look forward to Wednesday, shall we? Going to be better. It's got to be better. Come on. See you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.